He'd be busy with his own live stream, wouldn't he?
He will be doing his own live stream on Everything Bowls GV on Facebook.
Very good website, that. He runs it very well.
He does a very good job of it.
Facebook page, I suppose.
Glad Hill gets a quick single.
A lot of near run-outs here. They're just going hell for leather.
It's what they need to do. Been asked to show you something, Woodsy. I'm not 100% sure if I can at this point, but no. Oh, possibly. Got a photo.
Someone drew me a diagram.
Someone drew you a diagram, Woodsy.
Hickford. Smith comes down. Oh, where's the scoreboard gone? Now we're apparently Arnell's out there.
Is it Arnell?
I don't think it's Arnell.
I don't think it's Arnell.
I don't think he's a lefty.
I don't know what's going on. Smith is definitely a left-hander. And Arnell had piping on his shirt. I was sure of it. Navy blue piping. As Hickford in again. I'm going to keep with Smith at this point in time. And that's the end of the over. 4 for 79. After 20.
Slightly confused.
On more things than just cricket, I think. More things than just the scoreboard at the moment. Is that correct?
Apparently it is Arnell.
He changed his shirt. I don't think Arnell...
Well, now.
Hang on a minute. Scoreboard's still trying to work it out. Because I'm sure Arnell had navy blue piping on his shirt around the arms.
Well, my Numurkah source has told me it's Arnell.
Your Numurkah source, okay.
Scotty Richardson comes in to bowl again. Another... Well, that was never let go.
It does look a bit like the swag of Tim Arnell out there.
Could be. I didn't know he was a lefty, though.
Well, there you go. Guessing we're wrong.
Richardson bowls, Gledhill pulls.
Good shot.
Surrett will come round from mid-on as a double it, come back for 2. Numurkah will go 3 for 82. Gledhill 16, Arnell 2. Richardson. Gledhill flicks, similar shot now, gone to the same direction. Hickey comes in there and can't stop the 2 again.
They're definitely pushing it up at the moment, aren't they?
3 for 84, that should be now.
I have 83.
Oh, yep. Scoreboard's having a few technical difficulties at the moment. Richardson bowls, Gledhill cuts uppishly. That's a hard chance, but...
Has to go down as one, I think.
Yeah. Sculliarev, I think.
Really squeezed him up there and just didn't get over the top of it. And, yeah, diving chance there missed out on.
Four for 84.
Arnell in now, Smith in next. Is the talk I am getting from my sources.
Your sources?
Yeah.
Your tomatoes?
Barbecue.
That's all right. Well,
you'll be pulling out these jokes soon, the old dad jokes.
Yeah, I've been practicing.
Expecting very soon, is it?
Oh, not long now. We're at 34 weeks today, I think, so 6 to go.
nervous?
A little bit.
Richardson in to Arnell, and it's driven to mid-off for a single.
Your partner usually travels with you most of the time. She didn't get an invite to the radio today?
No, she does usually come out and suffer through a fair bit of sports, but no, she was still at home. She wasn't excited about a whole day of cricket today, I don't think.
And honestly, does she hate the sport that you take her to? And she just continues to put a big smile on?
Yeah, she's not a big fan. She enjoys coming out and watching D grade because she knows I won't be batting for too long.
Your family get behind you on the old Facebook too. I think whenever there's something pop up about you on Facebook, I see most of your family get on behind and throw their comments out there.
Yeah, they obviously don't live down here. They're based in Darwin, so they do enjoy putting their 2 cents in where they can.
Cyclone just hit up there. They all good?
Yeah, there's a fair bit of damage up there, but it looks like they're all okay. And I think it was a bit heavier than they expected, or a bit stronger than they expected. But as Arnell swings out into the leg side there, gets back for 2.
Cyclone Marcus.
Yes, it was.
It intrigues me how they come up with these names.
Well, they swing him through alphabetically.
I was going to say, don't confuse him any more than he already is.
I'm not sure how they decide whether it's a male or a female name, but another quick single there.
Actually, speaking of Northern Territory, they've got their football grand final up there today.
Yeah, there was talk that it might have to been delayed, but I
haven't heard anything. But looking at those sides,
did I hear Nick
Rokar's playing for Southern Districts up there at the moment. They're in the final. In his side, yeah, Ogden. Which one's that though? That's not
Liam.
No, Lionel.
Oh, no, that's not the right one.
As this is flipped in by Gledhill into the leg side, and it's just been, unfortunately, I think it's been dropped out there by the fielder out at mid-wicket, and it goes for 4. He came in, diving opportunity to try and take the catch, which he kind of needed to do, but unfortunately couldn't get his hands under it.
There's a few guys playing that Southern District side. Ed Barlow played at Finley, former Sydney.
He's back at Finley this year too.
Is he?
Yep.
Tambling, Jamar, Brennan.
As in Richard Tambling.
Yep. Jared Brennan, that Sam Smith that played for Kyabram 2 years ago. He's there. Rokar. So a lot of names that we know.
Next ball from Hickford is driven down and long on by Gledhill. I've got the score of 4 for 93, by the way, boys. Just out of curiosity.
Yep. Bit of text feedback for you, Woodsy. Every second is a male name. Every second Cyclone is a male name. That's how they work it out.
Yeah, right. I wonder when Cyclone Sam's coming. They probably wouldn't pick that though, because that's probably both male and female. So
yeah, it might cause a bit of confusion.
Yeah.
Hickford completes his over there. 8 overs, 1 for 38. Hadley Surrett, 8 overs, 1 for 35. And Scott Richardson, 6 overs, 1 for 18 at this point in time with the 1 run out. So that's 4 down for 93.
Not too. Yep, there we go. 4 for 93.
Geez, you're a good MVD. Never miss a beat. Scotty Richardson from the grandstand end. Bowls to Gledhill. He defends.
Just getting the message through on text asking, surely they need to up the ante here. Bowling by 320, surely.
Yeah, well, 320 still.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
40 minutes away.
Yeah, 45. Richardson bowls down the leg side. Well taken by Lukey Nolan.
They've been trying to do it in 1s and 2s, and it's probably all they can do this.
With the wind around.
Yeah, and the outfield still looks very lush. So they've got to really get onto it to hit a few boundaries. But, yeah, 1s and 2s really just aren't working at the moment, I don't think. It's still only a lead of, what is it now? 52?
As that's been hammered into the offside by Gledhill off a short ball from Richardson. Just the 1.
I mean, it could be enough to cause a few nervous shudders through the batting lineup if they knock a couple off at the top, but, you know, not really enough to be in with too much of a chance, I don't think.
You just got to look back to the opportunities. They missed a big opportunity taking Arnell off when they did. And from what the talk was at the lunch interval was that there's no real reason. Timmy was still fine. He wasn't puffing or anything like that. Well, I think every fast bowler says that, but I think that they brought him back. We had Grumpy Kenner on at the time, probably eight overs too late.
Richardson into Arnell and played into the offside, and they get the single.
That's eight overs that more that this Numurkah side would have out there.
Yeah, they probably could have kept him on. He had his tail up a bit, so yeah, I'm not sure. Obviously, Gledhill was just trying to swing the changes and try and make something happen, but yeah, the Black and Island really dug in and did what they had to do, really, and it's really set up this position that Katandra's in.
Gledhill flips that in, and it finds one of the short mid-wickets that are in place, and no run there. As the wind picks up yet again, as Richardson comes into Gledhill and just one of that at that awkward length, and it's just pushed into the onside.
Really cramping him up.
Yeah, end of the over. 1 for 20 now off 7. And we're going to see change in the bowling here. Change in the bowling. Is this going to be Ray Island?
Looks like Raymond.
Has a hat-trick under his belt this year. Round 1 or 2, I believe it was.
Round one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who did they? Northerners?
Possibly, yes.
I'd say that. I think they played Northerners round 1.
Could have made that up, but
We'll trust you, Woodsy.
Yeah, you could be right, could be wrong. Who knows?
I'm just suffering dehydration because it's 40 degrees in this box and MVD's been stubborn and not turning the aircon on.
I just don't want to have a shower again.
If you stick your head in that little hole over there, there's some breeze coming through.
Yeah, Katandra played Northerners round 1. And it is Ray Island to Tim Arnell, and just says thank you very much. Hits it into this gale force wind. They have 2, and they're coming back for a 3rd as Gledhill gets on his bike, and they complete it comfortably.
As a bit of a loosener.
Just a touch.
Popped up right in the firing line for Arnell there. And, yeah, again, that wind has probably cost him a 6 there.
I reckon. It was well hit.
Could have been in Bay 13 without that breeze.
The boys in Bay 13 would have loved that. They've dispatched a bit, have they?
Yeah, they've dispersed. I think they're trying to get organised for the night ahead, I reckon.
Ray Island's hat-trick against Northerners. You've got Mark Nolan, Matt Hall and Grant Hutchins, I reckon, was the hat-trick there as he bowls to Gledhill, and Gledhill flips that into the leg side. And this is racing away out to what would be Cow Corner. And well done, almost well done there by the fielder, but he gets 4 runs for it. That's better. That was going with the wind there for Gledhill.
Yeah, you can just see the difference there. That raced away. Arnell probably hit his a fair bit better, and it didn't even get 3/4 of the way to the boundary.
Score is 4 for 102. Numurkah leading at the moment after conceding first innings points, as that is a full toss hit to square leg, and they get 1, and that's all she wrote.
They would have liked to be in this position about this time yesterday, Numurkah.
Very much so. 4 for 103. Come out with a completely different mindset, which, I mean, obviously you've got to do in this situation where they're chasing the game. But if they had come out with this sort of mindset from ball 1 yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. You obviously, batting first, you want to make sure you get yourself settled and get yourself in. But as Arnell smacks that, it's
up in the air.
Someone's under it there and dropped.
Mick Peters?
I reckon.
Under that, he's put it down at long on, sorry. But again, that swirling breeze.
Didn't look very comfortable under it.
At all.
And didn't get to it in the end. It looked like it tailed away from him at the end.
Runs off every ball this over so far. 3, 4, 1 and 2. This is the foot down that we've been looking for. Ireland. Oh, that would have been a ripper catch at backward square leg, but it's gone past him. And it's not going to get there.
Yeah, it is.
Or just gets there now as it goes for 4 runs. Arnell rocketing along to 17 off just 15. Score is 109 for the loss of 4 wickets.
This is a bit better from the Blues. They're 68 ahead now, and at least it gives them something to bowl at.
Well, that's it. The field spreads again after being in for a couple. Field spreads as Ireland in to close out the over. And there's a single down to long on. And that completes Ray Ireland's first over. He's gone for 15.
Could be his last for the day, I think.
Quite possibly. They might have to look at Scoreboard. That's 24 down. Irrelevant, really.
Yeah, it's all about the time, and it's
time and runs.
Getting closer to 3 o'clock. You, no matter what happens, you're going to be pushing it to try and take 10 wickets in 2 hours.
36 minutes till tea.
As a helmet coat's run out onto the field, and it looks as though Scoreboard is going to be bowling to Arnell. Left arm around? No, left arm over the wicket to Arnell. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Scoreboard is on a hat-trick. He is on a hat-trick.
Do you think Timmy Arnell knows that?
Oh,
I don't think he cares.
Because I think in the mode that Timmy Arnell's in, I think he's going to try to smack it.
I reckon there's a big chance here for a hat-trick.
interesting field for a hat-trick ball. They've just bringing 1 in from the boundary now, but there's 3 out on the leg side, and you got a long off there as well.
Well, it's probably all right because the wind's going that way. Scoreboard in to Arnell, tossed up and played onto the... Well, he tried to play it on the onside, but it's squirted off to the offside for a leg by.
How do you record that?
On what?
Hat-trick. 2 different innings. How do you record that online?
I don't know. You just make it mention and say that it includes a hat-trick.
Mate, you designed my cricket. How don't you know?
I did not design my cricket. Jesus.
Can you help me change a few figures?
I'd be giving myself a...
Yeah, can you boost my career average above 0.92, I think what it is?
Is that what it is?
Don't say you think, Woodsy. You know what it is.
It is below 1. I can tell you now. My career average is below 1.
Might have to get the boys downstairs to have a look at that one for you, Woodsy. Scoreboard in again, and Gledhill just goes bang to deep square leg. They've got 1, and that's all they'll get. As the field changes for the left-hand, right-hand combination.
Yeah, I went for 20 for 1 over this year, so if we can just wipe the 0 off that, make the figures look a hell of a lot better.
Scoreboard in to Arnell, and hits this one high, and it's going straight to deep mid-wicket, and he takes the catch. Takes the catch there, so Arnell perishes. 3 balls in.
Let the Numurkah bench know about it.
Yeah, that was quite interesting.
Bit to say. So, catch there. And so Arnell falls for 19 runner ball off Chris Scoreboard.
A little bit of send-off there. I don't know whether you can call it a send-off, but helpful encouragement.
I reckon that might have been Ben Cleary.
Benny Cleary, yeah.
The coach.
Interesting to see whether our man Reece Wardle got it on our replay here.
There might have been a bit coming to him while he was under the ball there.
That might have been what it was. But, yeah. Now I reckon it's Josh Smith, guys.
always good to see a bit of passion in the game. Interesting one, boys. Who's favourite for the Luscombe?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
That's a tough one.
It is a real tough one.
What did Arnell get just then?
Now got 19 off 19. Good to see you listening. And 5.59.
That's Scolliarov.
Scolliarov,
6 for the match.
6 for 20.
Yeah, I think that's
And he got 18 off 88.
But in a 60-run partnership that really set it up.
He'd be the favourite for me, especially if he takes another one here.
Scolliarov into Gledhill, who saw him coming, drops it short, and it's going to get 1, and that will be all. Gledhill 29 now off 36.
Yeah, Scolliarov really made sure that Numurkah's tail couldn't wag, and, you know, an extra 30 or 40 runs from Numurkah's tail would have been crucial in this game.
See, but the thing is, Tyler, he's got the 5-wicket haul. I can't take that away from him, but 3 of his wickets he got yesterday was from half-track deliveries.
He's still got the wickets.
Oh, no, I'm not arguing he got the 5-wicket haul, but really, Numurkah got themselves out yesterday.
Yeah, you do make a good point. Who would be yours? To Timmy Arnell?
Oh, I think if Timmy had got maybe another 20 runs and then come out and take a few more wickets, then maybe, but it all depends what happens after tea. I think if they do have a stint bowling and he takes a couple of wickets, I still think he's in for a chance. But I think at the moment you got to give it to Scully.
Maybe a nice quick 30 not out from Benny Cleary can put his name in the conversation.
It could. Take him up to 17.
You've got 30 minutes here in Numurkah.
Lead of 73.
What do you reckon they need?
It's getting
30
into
minutes?
It's getting into the time where you just got to call it pretty quickly here, I think.
So you reckon 73, pull the pin, let's bowl?
There's not a lot of difference between a 70-run lead and a 90-run lead here, I don't think. So unless they're confident they can get it to triple figures, just for that bit of, I suppose, mental edge, I think I'd be calling it pretty quickly. Just another over here from
Ray Island, I believe.
Island. They might have been waiting for this one. That's what Smith has got to do, just get Gledhill back on strike and let him swing the gate.
Yep.
Island now top of his mark from Nixon Street end. Gledhill waiting. Hits the crease, bowls. Gledhill swings. The man out there, Hickford, diving effort.
That looked like it hurt.
He threw everything at that. I think his face planted on the way down too.
Lucky there's a bit of grass around the outfield.
4 runs to Gledhill. Moves the score to 119. Gledhill 34, Smith 2.
Can they get it to three figures? What time's tea?
20 past.
And that's bowled him. Well bowled, Ray Island.
He hasn't brought Josh Smith off with him, Gledhill, so they're going to have a crack for a little bit longer at least.
And Gledhill goes for 34 off 39 deliveries. That was a really good captain's knock. Although it would have been probably better to see, he would have been happy to see that yesterday from himself. I reckon that brings Tim Brabon to the crease.
Timmy Brabon, not a known hitter. But in saying that too, young Joshy Smith, his highest score is 19 so far this season. So it'll be interesting to see how these two go about it, whether it's just a lot of drop and run.
Now, question, this one, Ash Williamson's Luscombe medal tip, Josh Smith, to double his run tally for the season in one game.
Well,
Your thoughts? Surely he's just having a crack.
gave a bit of vibrancy to the tipping box there, but I think he just had a lot of confidence in the young boy.
Well, MVD, that's like you tipping Arch to win the Lightfoot medal.
I didn't tip Arch to win the Lightfoot.
Oh, you roughy.
Yeah, as a roughie. That's
Brave on drives to cover. The throw comes. He would have been well and truly gone.
They've put the bails back on the stumps too there.
They have. The wind must have died down just a touch.
I don't think it's died down at all, but they're just praying.
Yeah, well, Arch was a roughie. That's a difference.
Made the team of the year.
Made the team of the year.
Yep.
Did all right. 300-odd runs for the year. 20-odd wickets.
More tyres pumped up.
Yeah, more tyres pumped up from Michael Archer there. As Island into Smith, and it's a dot ball.
Someone will have to buy him a new helmet next year, I think. I don't think
Yeah,
he'll
it's got
fit
too
in
big.
the one he's got.
No, his bandana doesn't fit in it anymore.
And he did take a hat-trick against us in the 2020.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. Mr. Saraceno agrees.
What?
It doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
Raises an interesting point, though, about the team of the year. The categories for that count. 2020 counts for that, but doesn't count for anything else.
2 runs
Michael?
there to Smith.
I don't think you can be giving out a Lightfoot on 2020 form, in my opinion. I think it's all about the
But then if
stuff that happens on the weekend.
if you're then following that procedure, then you don't count 2020 for team of the year.
Well, that's a
So-
VCCL
That is a VCCL
directive,
thing.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's all statistics from the season. So that
Correct.
I understand that.
So what if next year the 2020s were part of the competition, the full competition?
Yeah.
And so you have, you know how we now
Well, we
have,
wouldn't-
we have the 2-day final, or the 2-day ladder that incorporates the 1-day ladder, but it also has the 1-day, you have your own 1-day ladder. So what if you have your 2-day, 1-day and 2020 all in the same competition?
It's an interesting one because
I reckon you get a lot more teams taking it seriously, whereas at the moment it's just whoever wants to play will just pull.
I reckon it's becoming more serious as it goes on,
it is.
the 2020.
You've also got, I suppose, different imports playing in it too.
Which I think is good for Cricket Shepparton.
Yeah, it's great to see Paul Newman out whacking runs in Cricket Shepparton.
But then that's the thing, MBD. Paulo's then played the three 2020s or whatever for Kyabram, 4 maybe. Well,
Yep.
then if he scores 100 in all of those games, or takes wickets in 5 in all those games, shouldn't then he be in the team of the year?
Possibly. As a full ball from Skoliarov gets hit into the leg side, and it's fielded out there at deep mid-wicket, and they just get 1 run. Well, quite possibly.
It begs an interesting question.
It does pose an interesting question about it. But that way you get more players playing 2020 cricket as well, which there seems to be a big push for.
Oh, I think the T20 competition can grow exponentially over the next few seasons. Not sure if incorporating it into the overall ladder is the next step to do, but it's definitely a conversation topic.
Because then it's getting very chaotic if then you throw that into being a normal, your points go towards the normal ladder. You throw in 3 other teams that may come in next year, suddenly everything goes very chaotic.
Or as Skoliarov drives, bowls the next one, and Smith drives that down to mid-off and completes 2 very comfortably in the end. Well run there by Tim Brabon, getting in and out of the crease really quickly. 127 for 6 is the score. And Smith back on strike. He's on to 7. And drives that through the offside. He's going to get at least 2 here. And they're coming back. Well, they're completing the second now. And really good shot that. You know what? The more and more I hear Gino Saraceno talking cricket, the more and more I feel like he should be co-opted onto the Cricket Shepparton board. Keeps coming out with some really good ideas. as Skoliarov in full pitch ball to Smith. And again, pushed into that deep mid-wicket. They're going to turn and take on the fielder's arm, and they get two again. And that completes a very healthy over there for the Numurkah side. Is that
it? Looks like a declaration.
That does look like a declaration. So, 6 for 131. And Liam Gledhill has called the players in.
So what have they got? 10-minute changeover. So we'll be back out there at 3:08.
6 for 131, unless we're going to
So
see.
they'll have 12 minutes.
As with 6 for 131. So that's the lead of 91, ladies and gentlemen. 91 at this point in time. As that is 27 overs.
Lead of 90 or 91?
Sorry, 90. My maths is good. Well, I actually thought they were going to go for the 3 figures. But... So, ladies and gentlemen, 6 for 131 at the end of the Numurkah innings. And it's at 2:59. So we're going to have a 10-minute changeover and then going to see what Katandra do for the last session in a bit of play. 6 for 131. They lead by 90, Numurkah, and well batted to them for that. Ladies and gentlemen, we might take a quick break, come back and have a look at what's going to happen on the other side of this.
Freehold titles. Now that's something you don't normally get in an over 50s village. That's right, you own the land. You too can make the move to a secure gated village with only 39 homes at Freedom Place, Kayala. Enjoy a brand new residence hall with gym, craft room, billiard tables, dance floor, entertaining area, heated pool and 2 bowling greens. There is even room to park a caravan beside your house. House and land packages start from around $340,000. What are you waiting for? Inspect today. Freedom Place, Kayala, 58316405.
1FM sponsor.
Hi Jack, how's the fencing going?
Great, couldn't be happier. And the price for all the gear was fantastic.
Where'd you get it all from?
Rural Fencing in Shepparton. They were so helpful, and even after shopping around, I couldn't beat their prices. They also supply the local store just up the road. Hey, where are you off to? Thought you were here to help.
Sorry mate, I'm off to Rural Fencing to get a bargain.
Here's the number. It's a free call on 1300 252 889. Give them a ring.
What's that number again? 1300 252 889. Ta.
1FM sponsor.
Honey, I thought you rang the TV guy and got the reception fixed.
I've tried 3 times, but they never return my calls.
Did you try Jason's TV? A mate at work had them around last week and they came and sorted their problem straight away.
Okay, I'll give them a call now.
Yes! Thanks for calling Jason's TV. They did a great job.
Call Jason's TV now. 0403 688 666.
1FM sponsor.
I didn't realise how good my carpets could look until I had them done by Clean Dry. My carpets came up looking fantastically fresh and I could walk on it within the hour. The price was the best I could find and they even do pensioner discount. Clean Dry will come to you anywhere in the Golden Valley and they have a toll-free number that you can call anytime. Give them a call now. 1800 350 111. You'll never look back.
Proud sponsors of 1FM.
To plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. The GMCU is like a community garden. Plant your money here and it goes to work for the entire community. It matters where you bank. The GMCU. Customer-owned banking.
Conditions, fee and eligibility criteria may apply.
1FM sponsor.
When you choose to get your car serviced at a Repco authorised service centre like Murphy's Motors and Tyres in Euroa, it's done by the book, so your statutory rights to a warranty are protected. And what's more, you're covered by a nationwide warranty at over 350 workshops around the country. And they're all backed by Repco. It's your car and it's your choice. And the right choice is Murphy's Motors and Tyres, Tarcombe Street, Euroa. Drop in or book online at repcoservice.com.
1FM sponsor.
News, local and national, weather updates, sports, community information, and great music 24 hours each day. It's all here on 1FM, live and local.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to your well, Deakin Reserve, sorry, just collecting my thoughts here. Welcome back to Deakin Reserve to the Cricket Shepparton Haisman Shield final. We're going all the way by the look of it, ladies and gentlemen. It's exciting to see that the A-grade Haisman Shield final will be going pretty much as well as late as it possibly can be at this point in time. The news from here at the moment is that Numurkah have declared it's 6 for 131. They lead by 90. So the equation is quite simple. Katandra either need 90 runs or they just need to face out time. Time is 5:30. Or, sorry, no, time is actually 5:40. So once time expires, if they're still none for none, they still win. That's as simple as what it is because they have won the first innings points from this one. So just running through the scorecard of that second innings for Numurkah. Michael Eckhard caught Nath Hickey, bowled Scott Richardson for 25 off 36. Jalen Lau caught Luke Nolan, bowled Corey Hickford for 18 off 16. Dylan Grandel was run out for 17 off 42. Sean Downey came and went for a golden duck. Caught Scoliarev, bowled Surratt. Tim Arnell caught Ben Cleary, bowled Chris Scoliarev for 18 off 19 deliveries. Liam Gledhill, well batted, bowled Ray Island for 34 off 39. The two not-out batsmen, Josh Smith, 11, and Tim Braybon, 3. The bowling figures, Corey Hickford, 8 overs, no maidens, 1 for 38. Hadley Surratt, 8 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 35. Scott Richardson, 7 overs, no maidens, 1 for 20. Ray Island, 2 overs, no maidens, 1 for 23. And Chris Scoliarev, 2 overs, no maidens, 1 for 12. He didn't get that hat-trick ball, ladies and gentlemen, or he didn't get the hat-trick, which was, well, bad luck for him, but still wasn't too bad in that regard. So Numurkah have it all to play for. They've got to take 10 Katandra wickets to get this game won by them. That's the simple equation. Katandra just have to face out time, not have to worry about things, but they just have to face out time. And Numurkah get the wickets. If the Numurkah get the wickets, they will be crowned the Haisman Shield premiers. But at this point in time, Katandra are in the box seat as we look to get this second innings from Katandra underway. You'd think there'd be a fair spell in bowling from this, as getting a D-grade score through. Maripna 7 for 88 off 17 overs. One player retired hurt, which is not good to hear. We've already got a result in the B-grade one. The Euroa are the B-grade Clyde Young Shield premiers for series in 2017-18. They are at, well, they have won their game. They've won that game pretty comfortably by 5 wickets in the end, although it wasn't comfortable at some point. So they've won by 5 wickets. Maripna are trying to reverse outright Talamba at the moment, 7 for 88. No news coming through from C-grade, which is very disappointing, but we'll get that there. Just running through a few of the things coming through. Yep, and that's all about all I've got for all the listeners. E-grade, we know that Clavering have already won that one, so congratulations to E-grade. They have won the first. They won the first flag yesterday. So pretty much, Sam Wood, all it is, Numurkah need to take 10 Katandra wickets and they will be the Haisman Shield premiers for 2017-18.
Yeah, so we got on about 2 hours. We'll have 12 minutes now from time first ball's bowled till tee. So 12 minutes, you'd probably look at getting maybe 2-3 overs in that.
Yep.
And then after that we go on time, so it'll be 2 overs following tee, which you average around 16 overs an hour.
34 overs.
Looking around 34 overs that Numurkah's got to take these wickets and Katandra have got to get those runs. Katandra's not going to be fussed about getting the runs. It's all up to Numurkah now and what they do. I don't think Dave's waving you.
He's not waving to me, no, but I thought I'd wave back.
Be nice.
Be nice. As the crowd's still here, ladies and gentlemen, so if you're not doing anything, make sure you get down and check out the grand final here at Deakin Reserve. We'll be doing presentations after the match or after the last game is completed, which I do have a feeling this year will be this one.
Unless we haven't heard from Seagrave.
Well, we haven't heard from Seagrave, but I don't know how that's going. I don't think that'd be going too well. Tim Arnell to Ben Cleary. First ball. And it's a play and a miss. And the Numurkah side is up and about, as you would be expecting they would be. As Tim Arnell from the Nixon Street end. Really, really well bowled there, that ball. As we start this, as we get this second innings underway, or second ball of the second innings, are now in and attacking the stump, and they take a quick single, and Scolierev gets through for that one. So Chris Scolierev, who's a lot of people's tip for the Greg Luscombe medal at this point in time. Well, a lot of people in this box, I reckon he's done a fantastic job. If he can put another, say, 15 to 18 runs on the board here, I reckon he's pretty much sewn it up. Taking 6 for the match, but the bloke he's going to be facing might have something to say about that. He's taken 5 for Tim Arnell. Really interesting to see which way it's going to go. Arnell, with his Merv Hughes-like run-up, bowls to Scolierev, gets a inside edge onto the body and a dot ball. Then just decided to play a little bit of hockey. Might have to sign him up for some hockey later in the season. As the wind's still blustery around. For those that are interested in the Div 1 at the Auburn Valley Bowls Association, Shep Golf 31 over Shep Park 18 after 27 ends, as Arnell is in. Scolierev plays that to gully for no run. Just a reminder to residents of Oliver Road, Yundul, which is near Devonish and St James. Grass fire at Oliver Road is not yet under control. Grass fire is travelling in an easterly direction towards Oliver Road. The grass fire could impact Oliver Road anytime between now and 3:30 p.m. CFA advice is to don't wait. Leaving now is the safest option. Conditions may change, as Arnell into Scolierev and plays that into the onside for no run. Conditions may change and get worse very quickly. Emergency services may not be able to assist you if you decide to stay. So please take care if you're in that Oliver Road, Yundul area. We want you to be safe and sound. As Chris Scolierev waits for Tim Arnell to round his marker, and he makes his way in now, past umpire Dallaire to Scolierev, and he plays that onto the onside, and Andrew Klein picks it up from long, deep, fine leg as they get through for a leg bye. And that is the end of the first over of the run chase.
Matty
if you can call that.
Matty Klein from the other end.
Matty Klein from the other end, yep.
What did he end up in the first innings wickets?
His figures, Matty Klein 2 for 23 off 10 overs with 1 maiden.
So Matty Klein will be looking to take the first wicket here.
C-grade result coming through that Pine Lodge have won. Murchison have just conceded the grand final there out at Tatura. So 7 for 282. Holy moly.
Big day chasing runs out there.
That's exactly right. There's, yeah. So we'll note that one down. So C-grade champions are Pine Lodge. As Matt Klein bowls his first ball to Chris Scolierev. And it's a dot.
I'm loving the Irish music in the background, MBD.
I was going to say, it's been playing for quite some time. Where's it all coming from?
I thought it was a few guys just getting rowdy here. A couple of Katandra supporters.
Yeah.
I think Ads might have headed off to that festival too. What is it? Just a St. Pat's Day festival?
It must be, I don't know. I've no idea, to be perfectly honest. So, yeah. So, what did you say? You reckon we've got two overs?
Yeah, we've got 7 minutes left.
7 minutes before tea, so maybe there might be another one in. Depends how quickly Klein can get through his over here. As he bowls to Scoreboard, and it's a dot ball. D-grade result, haven't heard anything further in regards to that. But I did hear earlier that Daniel Emmy took 9 wickets in the first innings. I think Talamba
haven't you got an update from that? That's your club.
Last update was 7 for 86. I don't know exactly what Talamba made, so I'm not 100% sure.
Cleary steps up.
Scoreboard,
sorry. Pulls that one. Pull up just short, I reckon.
Yeah, make sure you run him. That's 3 to Scoreboard. Moves the total along to 5. So Talamba led by 19 on the first innings. Thank you. Just getting the scores coming through now from Maripna. Talamba led by 19 after the first innings. Maripna was 7 for 88. So what's that? Lead by 70.
Klein bowls. Cleary leaves outside off.
Lead by 70-ish at this point in time. That one could be going down to the wire. Update from Shep Golf versus Shep Park. 38 to 34 after 52 ends. It's getting tight down over at Shep, over where at the bowls. As the next ball from Klein is driven through to the covers for no run. None for 5. Oh, I'm hearing, by the way, where was it? I was hearing that there's an Albanian festival floating around.
Albanian?
Yep.
At the showgrounds?
Possibly, yes. Where did I see that? Someone messaged. Brent Mathers messaged me, good afternoon, Bez. It's the Albanian festival. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Albanian festival at the showgrounds. Yep.
Sounds like it's going off.
Sounds like it's a good day. Almost. Hopefully they're sitting there watching the cricket live on YouTube.
I think Tyler's just about to pack up and head over to the Albanian festival.
Yeah, he will be, wouldn't he, Deb?
Arnell from the Nixon Street end bowls now. Edge and the first wicket's down. Numurkah's got one. 1 for 5, Katandra. Timmy Arnell's got the breakthrough.
That's Scoreboard going.
That's what they needed before TMBD.
Is that... I was thinking they might have called T already, but no.
4 more minutes. That's a big, big breakthrough. They needed that. Skolyarev, he's about to walk underneath us. Back into the pavilion here in the McDonald's stand at Deakin Reserve. And it looks like Lukey Nolan, Black Caviar jockey, isn't he?
Quite possibly, yeah.
That's Luke Nolan, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if Tyler Mark can confirm that. Yeah, it is.
So, they now need 9 wickets.
I think Downey took that catch at first slip, MVD.
Was it Downey, was it?
Yep.
I had it down for Gledhill. That might have been my mistake.
I think it was Downey at first.
Well, we've got the game we've been asking for. A bit exciting. It wasn't exactly the way we wanted it. Thought it was going to pan out, but it is still exciting nonetheless.
Thanks to our sponsors, Gagliardi Scott Real Estate, Butter Factory, Cafe, Focus Cards and Gifts, Buyers Electrical and the Sherborne Terrace. All the action being brought to you live on 1FM, the Haisman Shield Grand Final, Day 2 as Arnell comes in again. Nolan, back foot, defensive shot, no run. 1 for 5. We're in the third over here. 2 new batsmen.
And they're going to have to start again too after tea.
I think the scoreboard might be out a fraction.
Now, I thought that was Scoliaro that went back.
Yeah, well, it's Cleary down that far end, the
taller one. Yeah, I remembered that from last time. From when we had this discussion. The bails are off. This is definitely going to be the last over before tea, I would dare say.
We've got 2 minutes. Yeah, 5 balls probably. Arnell bowls. Nolan. Oh! Matty Kine just fell short of him there at short mid-wicket.
Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen.
It's all happening here.
As the great Bill Laurie would say. 3 balls before... 3 balls to go.
Before tea.
Before tea.
Well, we think. 2 minutes. Now top of his mark now, coming from the Nixon Street end, past Dave D'Elia, bowls now. Nolan back foot defensive shot into the gully point region.
There's yeah, nice little declaration, I reckon.
Yeah, gave him a little chance just before tea break, taking that chance.
Apologies, Woodsy. Was Downey that took that catch.
Thank you, Michael.
Credit where credit's due. Arnell into Nolan, and he's played it. Has he got an edge? He has.
He's got 2
He's
wickets.
got 2 far. Well taken, Josh Smith.
2 for 5 here, and a big, big, big wicket. That's tea. Umpire Wood puts the bails down and says, let's head to tea, boys. 2 for 5, 1 ball left in this 3rd over when we come back from tea. But
that was a great catch.
It's all in front of us now, MVD. This is set up perfectly. This is what we want. Going to go down to the wire here.
2 for 5 after 2.5. Target is 91 to win for Katandra, but to be honest, it's actually to face out the next 2 hours.
I think MVD, if Ads is ready down the truck,
we might take a break and go and play some music.
Play some music. We'll be back in.
We'll be back in a little while.
15 minutes.
We will be back in a little while here at Deakin Reserve, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. It's exciting times here. The Haisman Shield Grand Final live across the valleys on 1FM and streaming live on YouTube.
1FM 98.5. Real people. Real music. Real radio. Local 1FM 98.5.
Broadcasting live 24/7 across the Greater Valleys. This is 1FM. 1FM.
And welcome back to Deakin Reserve, ladies and gentlemen. Quite simply incredible is what we have in store for you for the next 2 hours of cricket. It's the Haisman Shield two-day final, and with thanks to our sponsors, Gagliardi Scott Real Estate, Butter Factory Cafe, Focus Cards and Gifts, Byers Electrical and the Sherborne Terrace, it's all before us. We have 2 hours of cricket remaining, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you either get towards a computer screen, get towards a radio set, or get down here to Deakin Reserve and get a load of this. Quite simply, Numurkah need 8 wickets. Katandra need to last 2 hours or survive or make 86 runs. That's where we're at this point in time. Tim Arnell, bowling his second over, has figures of 2 for 1. Chris Goliarev and Luke Nolan just before tea went in that little 3-over session. Matt Klein, none for 3. And it's Scott Richardson about to face the music on this last day of cricket for season 2017-18. Sam Wood, we've got a game on our hands.
We do. This is what we've wanted. It never looked like this was going to happen with the first innings results that came through. But this is exactly what we've set up for, and what better now with a lot of the other grand finals finishing up now. All the teams are starting to flood back now, and give it half an hour to an hour, and this will be a vibe Deakin Reserve. It'll be humming here, so looking forward to it. 1 ball to go in this third over. Timmy Arnell has a pill in his hand from the Nixon Street end of the ground.
Just waiting for the clock to tick over to 3:40. As everything else is in readiness. It's game on, isn't it? Woodsy?
Yep. Arnell from the Nixon Street end. Hit the crease now. Richardson leaves outside off. Timmy's got his tail up again. 2 for 5. End of the third over. Cleary 1. Cleary's on more than 1, isn't he?
No, Cleary's on 1. Scoliarev hit 3. And there's been 1 leg by.
Yeah, right.
There you go. That's a rundown of the scores.
Richardson 0 not out.
Scores throughout the tea interval. Obviously, B grade, we know Karamomis, well, obviously tried their hardest, lost by 5 wickets. Euroa won that one by 5 wickets. Murchison versus Pine Lodge. Pine Lodge made 7 for 200 and plenty, and they've actually just called that one just before tea. So Pine Lodge are the champions in C grade for 2017-18. As Matt Klein starts, Ben Cleary just goes crack, and I must have missed that right behind the pole, because I reckon that, by the look of it, was a half chance.
Matthew and his father, Andrew, won't be speaking tonight.
It looks like he's absolutely creamed it straight to the fielder, and he's got a good hand on it and then juggled it and dropped it.
Welcome back to the coverage, Daniel Coombs.
Cheers, guys. Game's moved on a bit from when I was here last time.
Just a touch.
Klein bowls, Cleary cuts and cuts well. That save your legs, boys. That's 4 runs through third man boundary.
Got a feeling that Cleary's going to be going for the runs here. Positive player, really good off the back foot. So Klein started with a couple of short ones, just releasing a little bit of that pressure that Arnell's built up at the other end.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Probably too short there from Matty Klein to start off with too.
Yeah, just needs to keep the pressure up at both ends, really squeeze Katandra here and build that pressure. Looks like Moppy Klein's going off now after dropping that chance. Maybe he's damaged a finger. Cleary hit it pretty well.
So that would be James Pruden, I would dare say.
12th man, yep.
Or Cody Jackson. They named 13.
Oh, I think it's Pruden. Klein now from the grandstand end. Hits the crease. Hit on the pad, came a long way across.
Did he get a bit of bat on that? He
doing too much, sliding down.
Just sliding down there.
Pretty tight, much better length there. That's where you got to bowl to Cleary, nice and full. Tack those stumps. He shuffled across and got himself in a bit of trouble there.
Interesting, Gary Wood just put the arms behind the back there, not the cross, the arms folded.
Not interested at all.
He usually does the old cross.
That's it, as soon as it's not out.
Klein bowls. Puff of dust comes up and Cleary on the front foot defends that. No run.
Cheerio to Shane Hewen, who I'm guessing is tuning in to our coverage, asking how many overs are roughly left in the granny. And I'm saying I reckon there'll be about 32.
You think they're going to be running through these overs here to get as many in as they can.
Well, that's it.
Especially with the spinners that might come on shortly, but this wind's not helping them out with Bales blowing off.
Tell you what, some great cricket coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be a good session.
Good session of play. There's Klein at the top of his mark again.
Klein hits the crease now, bowls down the leg side. Joshy Smith does well to take that.
What a catch that was just before tee to get rid of Luke Nolan too. Inside edge, obviously, and just
did a bit.
Went a fair way. Took a really good grab.
In this situation here, you've got to take every little half chance you get here, so they'd be probably disappointed that Klein couldn't take that other chance because it's going to be critical.
Matt Klein in again and left alone by Ben Cleary to complete the over. It's 2 for 9 at this point.
Looks like you're running a bit of a tighter ship today, MVD. No leaks today.
No leaks today. Couldn't afford them on such a big day. Woodsy's not happy with me though.
Yeah, it's been a sauna in here all day.
I'll say it's a bit steamy in there.
I've dropped about 10 kilos.
It's all good. We'll be right. We only get to do a couple of these sort of days each year, don't we? Woodsy?
Yeah, I think we'd probably kill each other if it was more than that.
Just see you walk strolling around Woodsy in the corner today. Restless.
Arnell into Richardson and left alone.
Trying to get as far away from MVD as you could.
Yeah, no, I just need some space.
That's why he's sitting up at that side of the box and I'm sitting up this end of the box.
Coombsy did say to me before he noticed you've positioned yourself close to the camera as well as yesterday, MVD.
You know, that joke's getting really old, Woodsy.
Not with the listeners, just with you.
Just thought I'd put it out there.
You've come from the Albanian festival, Coombsy, have you?
As Arnell comes in to Richardson. Straight a line and driven that nicely through mid-off. And they'll get one. They'll come back for a second as the chase is on and they field it. They actually get 3. Well, very well run there by the Katandra players. Richardson very quick between wickets.
Yeah, very good technique there on the front foot, just lent on it, and I think he's probably going to be a key wicket here. I would have said trying to bat out this time. Obviously Nolan's got a very good technique as well, so they'd be disappointed to lose him early on, and Richardson's probably one of the key guys as well. Obviously, you know, Cleary and probably Jed are going to be pretty positive with the way they play, but a lot on Arnell's shoulders here to really push it home for Numurkah.
Arnell into Cleary and just starting to jag back a little bit, I reckon, as he's defended into the offside.
Yeah, not a lot of pace off the wicket, but if you can just keep hitting the seam and getting a few to jag off the seam, it's definitely going to be an interesting period of play here.
MVD, interesting. A spectator brought to my attention. Do you remember a comment you made earlier in the day about Scott Richardson and his soccer skills?
I never made that.
Is that you, Tyler? Yeah, no, he's got his hands up. Scott was actually on a junior development program with Manchester City or United, one of them.
As Arnell in and tried to flick that onto the onside and no run.
See if I can sign him up for the TAT Seniors this year. I'll have to have a word after the game. Prolong his trip.
Do you keep with your glasses on?
Nah.
Contacts in?
Yep, I had a rest day. Rest my eyes today, Woodsy.
As we're looking to get this, well, this third session's underway.
Arnell hits the crease now.
Oh.
Cleary,
perfect line and length there, play and miss.
Just bet the bat.
Looked like it maybe just straightened, nipped off. They've been nipping back so far, but that one looked like just probably nipped away just a tiny bit. Wasn't but far away from that edge. Just feel like if another wicket could fall now, that definitely send a few shivers down the spine of a few Katandra players here. I wouldn't fancy coming into bat now just to survive.
Well, it's interesting. Which way do you look at it? Do you survive, or do you try and just go for the runs? As Arnell in and defended by Cleary, no run.
Well, I reckon Jed will probably be in next from what I would think. So I don't think Jed's going to be leaving too many, and he always plays positively. So yeah, I think he would. Sometimes you can dig yourself a hole if you play too defensively. I think you got to hit the bad balls, and especially the way Katandra guys like to play, I think they'd be looking at the 90 runs, but obviously not anything too risky.
It's good to see a couple of games going 2 innings across the weekend. Obviously, the E-grade game was wrapped up yesterday. Kai Abram taking out the E-grade Whitelock Shield. Congratulations to them against Katandra. D-grade's gone 2 innings. That one we were going to be waiting on to see what happens there. And if we can keep the scores coming through, that would be fantastic. As I think it was Talamba in front on first innings by 19 runs, despite the best efforts of Daniel Pigamy.
It's been a few wickets.
9 wickets.
Been a few wickets falling, boys, isn't there?
There has been. Klein in to Richardson, full pitch ball, and just driven to mid-off for no run.
I wouldn't mind seeing maybe a change from this end, and with the hard ball, I know it's still maybe there's a little bit of swing here, but I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of spin at this end. Hard ball, maybe grip on that seam, and Arnell bowling well at the other end and really squeeze it tight at both ends. So
Klein
think about.
Comes in, bowls now. Richardson forward, defends. No run, 2 for 12 the score, thanks to Byers Electrical.
Found looking at Richardson, he looks very solid in defence. It's probably when he tries to score that he seemed to have found a way of getting out this year. So I think, yeah, if he just...
so this would suit him?
Yeah, exactly. A good situation probably where he doesn't need to score and just play out each ball.
Klein in again to Richardson, and he fends at that, and probably one that you didn't actually need to do anything with.
Yeah, it looks like Klein gets that, and similar to his dad really as well, gets that natural shape away from the left-hander there. So good line, started nice and straight, and just went away from him.
Klein bowls.
Synchronised there, boys.
We're doing that well at this point.
You've done well, boys. Good coverage the last couple of days. It's obviously brilliant to be able to click on Facebook when you're at home and follow the coverage, and obviously see live feeds. Brilliant for local cricket to be able to do that at home at your leisure.
Yeah, been a good chance that we've been able to do this. And thanks very much to everyone who's been able to make it possible. As Klein in again to Richardson and struck on the pad.
Ooh, did he get an
But I reckon he got an inside edge on that, just the way that the Numurkah players were scrambling to try and catch that delivery.
It's been better from Klein the last couple of balls, bowled better areas, probing. That one on leg stump, he almost looked like he's trying to whip it to leg there, but inside edge off the pad, ballooned in the air, but didn't balloon far enough.
Update from D-grade. Talamba none for 10, chasing 70 for a win there. As Klein in again to Richardson, and I reckon he's played that off his pad down to fell and leg. They've got 1, I'll get 2, and I reckon actually they're leg buys. 2 leg buys there.
Just got his line wrong there. Klein drifting on leg side and tried to glance it.
Score is 2 for 14 after 6.
Interesting thing you got on your screen there, Woodsy.
No, it's bloody Facebook. I don't even think we can read that out.
No.
Probably not a good idea.
Till a bit later, I think, Woodsy.
Score update from the Golden Valley Bowls Division 1 Grand Final. Shep Park have hit the front 50-40 over Shep Golf. I'm going to get by Bowls for Dummies, by the way, in the off-season, Woodsy, as Arnell starts a new over to Ben Cleary.
Coombs, is it just me, or do you not understand bowls either?
Oh, well, I've played a few games of bowl over my time over here, so good game. Best sport you can play, I reckon. You can drink between bowls, so yeah, could be a sport for the future, I reckon.
Do not understand it whatsoever.
So Arnell needs to, I think, a wicket in the next couple of overs needs to come here if Numurkah are going to build a bit of pressure here as he runs in. Ooh. Just shuffling it across a little bit there, Cleary, and it looked like it didn't get up as much as some of the other balls have previously, but he managed to watch it closely and keep it out. He's been hitting a good length, but there's just not been as much movement off the seam compared to those over or so before tee, so not much in it with the new ball here.
Arnell hits a crease now. Leave out side off stump from Cleary.
Who's supplying the background music today, boys?
The Albanian Festival.
Oh, is it? Yeah, oh, that's where it is.
That's what, at the showgrounds.
Oh, beautiful.
Sounds like it's going off.
Yeah.
Having an absolute blast.
Does sound a bit Irish, actually.
With thanks to the Butter Factory Cafe. Score is 2 for 14. As Arnell starts this very long run-up of his. Comes in. Cleary just plays inside the line, much to the chagrin of Liam Gledhill at second slip.
Looks like there's that little bit of seam movement again, just back of a length, just angled away, and Cleary drawn into playing. He keeps shuffling across here, and looks like he's going to get bat on ball most deliveries, and just bowling that fourth stump line, Arnell. So he keeps hitting that line and length. It's going to be dangerous if he gets that little bit of movement.
Taking into account all you've seen, Coombsy, who do you think, BOG?
I think you've got to go for what's happened in this first innings.
Arnell in again to Cleary, and struck on the pad.
He's looking for that.
And he's looking for the short ball. That's it.
So what you had, Scolaro 5 for 19.
Yeah, I think you've got
18 top of the order. Timmy Arnell 5 for 540. What do you get with the bad MVD?
Who? Sorry,
Arnell
in the first innings.
Yep. Oh, I don't think he got many in the first innings. Second innings he got
19.
I think you generally go with the side that's going to win. So at the moment, obviously, I'll probably go Scholar off the five wickets and a couple of really key wickets. Not necessarily with the best balls, but yeah, 5 wickets.
Well, anyway, Arnell coming in.
Oh,
that
cut back nicely.
Bit of extra bounce as well. So there's still a little bit in it here. There was a couple of overs where there wasn't much seam movement, and then the last few balls it seems to talk a little bit. So still a bit in there for Numurkah.
End of the 7th over, thanks to Sherborne Terrace. Scoreboard 2 for 14. Cleary 5, Richardson 3. Scolaro take 1 or 2 in the second dig too. Just 1.
1.
I think he picked up Timmy Arnell, caught on the boundary, didn't he?
Correct, by Ben Cleary.
So Klein's still bowling at this end. Be interesting to see when there's going to be a change here. Obviously only 7 overs bowled.
Yeah, it's interesting. Klein in and Richardson leaves it alone.
I think you just got to, personally, if I was probably captain, I'd be just trying to chop and change anyway to find a wicket. Don't let the batsman settle. Try anything really, change the field. Try and get into the batsman's mind, because they're probably just going to be looking to survive really at the moment.
Klein hits the crease now from the grandstand end. Richardson forward and defends into the gully. No run, 2 for 14.
Be some interesting celebrations later if it stays as it is with Katandra winning. Could be a
65-year drought.
Yeah, it could be a big night. Could be a drought in the bar afterwards.
Klein working to change that result through to the keeper. No run.
I remember our celebrations last year. I remember Andrew Ireland being in a pretty bad condition by 9 o'clock. With his, I think he had his Adelaide Crows top on, and he was dribbling on himself with his medal on, so he enjoyed the night. As Klein comes in.
And just dropped at his feet there, Richardson.
A little bit of extra bounce, but he smothered it well there, Richardson. Looking pretty solid in defence.
Good to see the cars still piling in to Deakin Reserve. Not too many parks left on the fence now.
That's a good crowd.
Scattered right through the grandstands here as Klein comes in again. Bowls. Richardson doesn't want anything to do with it outside off.
What more could you want? A bit of cricket, a bit of Albanian music in the background. It's all going on at Deakin.
And you got bowls on the Facebook as well.
Listening on the radio to MVD and Sammy Woods. What more could you want on a Sunday afternoon? Klein comes in. So almost a Yorker there, just blocked out to point. And that's the end of another over. I feel like...
Probably too full there from Klein, that over, do you think?
Yeah, I think he's bowling a good line, but he's just not looking very dangerous at the moment. So I would definitely be thinking of a change at that end just to mix it up, because you've just got to keep the momentum up and about. Obviously, Numurkah had it going into tea with those couple of wickets, and probably just need one now really to get them buzzing again. And they're just starting to look a little bit flat between overs again, so they've really got to... Hopefully Tim Arnell just needs to bring that intensity that he always does, and be nice to see him beat the bat here and get them up and about again.
Now into Cleary. And again, plays down the wrong line there, Cleary.
Good length there, just up there to drive, and Cleary wouldn't say no to it, and it just looked like it straightened again, and they're playing a miss. So there's a few player misses that's been happening, so just feel like one might come off the edge soon here if keeps hitting that line of length.
Cheerio to Brenton Campbell, sitting there enjoying his coverage, enjoying the coverage of all things local sport.
Good to see him back, maybe playing at Maroopna or A grade next year. Any rumours, MVD?
There are rumours abounding about that at the moment.
Yeah.
Arnell into Cleary, back.
Maybe a little bit.
Probably a little bit too much, I reckon.
Yeah.
It did go quite sharply as a young spectator gets dragged from the field. Went running on just prior to that ball as Arnell ran in.
Keeping Ray Island on his toes there by the looks of it. But they just jagged back off the seam, and a bit of bounce there as well, and Cleary shuffled across, but looked like it hit him quite high, maybe just drifting down leg as well, but still a little bit in it. But Cleary's playing it reasonably well, getting across and getting over the top of it.
Arnell from the top of his mark comes in. Nixon straight end, hits the crease now. Bowls.
Oh! There's that nip back again.
That is well bowled.
He's left
and
it.
well left.
And how that has missed the top of off stump. It's one of those ones at the batter you think, oh yeah, brilliant leave there, but...
And then you hear the groans from the bowler and the slips fielder, you're like, oh no.
It'll be interesting to see if we had the old replay there and how many centimetres that was missing by. It wasn't very much.
Wouldn't have thought it was very much there.
Couple of centimetres there.
And they put the bails back on too.
Do you as batsmen know how close it is?
I think sometimes if you have a look behind and then you see where the keeper takes it, but...
You got a rough idea, I reckon.
Yeah.
But...
Well, you know when it bowls you, don't you? So.
Yeah, that's it. Now, into Cleary. And that one's...
That is almost identical to how he got out against us last year in the final.
Yeah.
A bit short, and he tried to pull it and ended up pulling it over mid-on, and luckily he managed to get enough on it. So he did well to get it that far. Hitting it that poorly, really, over the top of mid-on. Mid-on was in pretty close as well, but it's the way Cleary plays. If it's short or it's up there, he's going to have a go at it. So there's still going to be a bit of entertainment here. So if anyone's thinking of coming down still...
make sure you get down.
Yeah, definitely.
Sean Downey looks like he's warming the arms up.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he comes on at the other end next over here.
As Arnell into Cleary. Again, up, drivable, and he's taken that and just hit that through a wide mid-off, and they've got 2 runs.
Don't mind that really from Arnell. Those are the ones that he's been playing and missing, so you don't mind him driving. So Yeah, you want to keep Cleary playing his shots here, and when he plays positively, a lot of the time he always gives you a bit of a chance for a sniff. So, good player, but definitely gives his wicket away quite easily sometimes.
Score is 2 for 18. And we're into the final session of cricket for season 2017-18. Arnell in again, and bat and pad close together there.
Slightly wide of the crease there, so just trying to angle it in, especially with his slingy action with Arnell. He's just trying to push it into that leg stump, attacking the stumps. And it looks like we have the bowling change. I think we've got it right upstairs here.
Yep,
It'd be
I think so.
Downey taking his jumper off here. He's got his English sweater on.
Good call there, Daniel Coombs.
Yeah, I think there'll be a few men around the bat here. I think it's a good change, and he's bowled pretty tight in every game he's played this year, so there's not going to be any freebies, and he's going to probably make them play each delivery, so I think it's a good change. You can just see how Richardson's just going to just play him back here, I would say. Don't think there'll be a lot of intent, so those guys round the bat, there might be there's another guy coming in now at short leg, so a slip and a gully, so there'll be some pressure on here.
Do they need one on the offside?
Depends how he plays it here, I think, but there might be another man coming in soon. If they get a wicket, definitely.
Downey from the grandstand end, bowls. Richardson drives to point, no run.
Just drifted that across him there, but he had a little bit of a go at the drive there, but pulled back.
Downey will look to push through his overs fairly quickly. Comes in again. All ends up there.
Definitely a bit of turn there. Perfect length. Looked like it was in line with off stump and just turned away. So good take from the keeper. It was turn and bounce there. So good signs for Downey early on in the spell.
Downey in again. Front foot defence from Richardson solid.
Yeah, a bit of a bigger stride there. Smothered that one. So I think he's definitely going to work him over here for a few overs. So it's going to be a good contest.
Downey now to Richardson. Richardson drives.
Good fielding in the end.
I think that's a sub. Prudent. No run there. 2 balls left in this Downey over. Bowls now. Richardson's not interested. Leaves that outside off.
Slightly flatter one. I reckon we're going to see a few 1 minute, 2 minute overs here from Downey. Definitely going to be getting through them.
Downey in again to close this over out. Richardson forward.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Bat pad. Oh, MVD, if you had your field there, that would have gone straight to the guy on the offside. So just a couple of balls gripping that over. Good signs for Numurkah. So I think there might be another man round the bat next over, and should have listened to you, MVD, eh?
Well, I was just thinking, I like the gully field. I like it slip, gully, and a bat pad on the onside, but I just felt like there should have been a bat pad on the offside.
Looking where Gully is as well, probably maybe a tiny bit deep. He's bowling pretty slow. There's not... Yeah, there's only just one bounce. Gledall had his hat off and...
Oh, well. New over now. Tim Arnell continues to Ben Cleary. On the pads, and Josh Smith is going to get some work here. He's got one.
Hasn't bowled,
that's about it.
Hasn't bowled many balls to Richardson here, so I wouldn't even mind seeing Arnell come round the wicket. I used to quite like it with Andrew Ireland when he had a bit of pace and bowling round the wicket, always attacking the stumps, and it's nothing worse, I reckon, as a lefty. If the ball's kind of angling in with a slingy action coming into the body, it's not easy to play, so I wouldn't mind seeing him come round the wicket here and really attack those stumps.
Arnell at the top of his mark, with thanks to Gagliotti Scott Real Estate. Arnell into Richardson, and again bowls that one on the hip, and he's really angry with himself. Kicks the ground in disgust, and they're going to get two.
Ooh.
It's tight. Ooh. Smith had to field that one, so there was...
I don't think Smith thought they were going to be going for 2 there, so... Maybe...
No. Well run.
Yeah, it was well run. He was pretty quick between the wickets, but Arnell with the wrong line there. That's why I'm thinking maybe if he came in
over the wicket,
would have been a good ball to a right-hander with the angle coming in, but he needs to get that line right. I just feel like Richardson's just going to leave it if it's just outside off stump. So
D-grade score update Talamba 3 for 19, chasing 77.
Still a few wickets falling. Interesting over there.
Now into Richardson.
Better line. A little bit of pop off the wicket there.
Yeah.
I reckon that might have just tickled the old chest. Didn't seem he's doing the right thing and not rubbing it though, Richardson.
Yeah.
So.
Shep Park 52, Shep Goal 47 after 62 ends. Trying to keep everyone across all the different sports and what their grand finals are.
Close in the bowls as well by the looks of it.
Yeah, and in the grand final up at the Murray Valley, Baruga 71, Cobram 29 after 55 ends. That's not close.
Nah.
Arnell into Richardson and played into the leg side.
Good line there.
For no run.
Attacking the stumps.
They've brought in short point. Eckhard is now fielding at a short point just off the square here.
Yeah, I don't mind that field because if you haven't watched Richardson play against us, and he slightly opens the face in his drive, can drive the ball in the air through cover, so it's not...
So it's a real attacking sort of catching sort of position?
Yeah, it's a difficult place to field because it could be coming quite quickly at you, but I like the idea. Definitely got with the ball going across him as well as Arnell comes in.
In now, bowling to Richardson. Oh. Struck on the pad, and they will sneak a leg by here.
Big appeal, but looked like it pitched
outside leg.
Quite a long way outside leg, so... As always, enthusiastic appeal from Arnell, and as a bowler, he always thinks it probably was out, but it looks like a few boys have miscounted the over. Still, is there one left?
One to go?
Yeah.
Yep. A couple of the old students boys starting to flow in now.
Shout out to VG there.
At VG12.
It's his number plate.
Now, last ball of the 11th over. 2 for 22, Katandra. Chasing 91 for victory. Now, and driven back to the bowler. There's been no run there. I say chasing 91 for victory, they don't actually have to get the 91. They just have to face out until 5:40.
Still a bit of time though, an hour and a half for cricket, so... And with the amount of overs, you feel like there's going to be a bowled. You can see now doing the right thing here, having a nice long chat between overs to try and slow down. Obviously, Downey getting through these overs, so maybe talking about some of the drinks they're having later if they win.
Downey. Sorry, Woodsy. Into Richardson. I was going to let you...
No, I'm just...
You're right?
Impressed by your calling, so I was just going to let you keep going.
Downey in again to Richardson. Flighted delivery to mid-off for no run. They still haven't got that bat pad on the offside. Coombsy.
If one goes there again, might hurt as he comes into bowl. Tosses it up, outside off. Attempts the drive and drives it pretty well, but straight to the fielder at extra cover.
That's true.
See if he can get...
I don't mind having cover as well, but you take one off the leg, you'd probably take one off 45 or something.
Yeah, the line he's bowled so far, and the turn he's getting away from the batter.
Yeah.
Like this change coming round the wicket.
Yeah.
Brings the stumps into play, bowl straight, turn it away here, trying to get Richardson to play. So
he's pushed Eckhard slightly square at bat pad. And Downey tosses this up and again invites the drive. He gets it through Richardson. He had 3 or 4 attempts at that earlier in the over.
He's just pushing it a little bit wide at the moment this over. Probably last over he hit that better length and seemed to get a bit more spin, but he's just slightly over pitched this over. So you just see how this delivery comes out.
Downey.
That's better. That's the one.
Richardson's forward defending.
Played it well though, but that's the length he needs to be hitting. Pitching in line, trying to turn it away. Looks like another change. Gliddle taking his hat off. So spin from both ends.
It's served them well all year, hasn't it?
Definitely, yeah. They definitely squeezed the pressure with these two bowlers. Very consistent bowlers. Very subtle changes between deliveries, quicker, slower balls, different variations. So a lot of experience between the two as well. So, yeah, definitely two quality bowlers. Be interested to see how Clury plays this as well. Sometimes can be a little bit of an all or nothing kind of player.
Woodsy. Over to you, mate. With thanks to Byers Electrical.
Good Hill. He's coming in from the Nixon Street end now. Bowls for Cleary, outside edge. Gets past Downey at first slip.
There would have bite there, but look, probably went through. Second slip.
Single to Cleary.
Still very slow, the turn, though, so he had a bit of time to almost adjust, or he probably would have got a thinner edge. But it could be interesting turning into Richardson here. I wouldn't be... They've got a man on the offside, but...
Leg slip?
I would... Probably short leg, maybe, because with that spin, there's been a few that have just looped up in the air. He's going into gully. So probably would even attack more here, because they've got nothing to lose here at all, Numurkah.
Glad Hill coming in once again to Richardson. Richardson. Bottom edge.
Like slightly quicker, bit of a nothing shot from Richardson, just angled the bat, inside edge, bounced down near the stumps and to the keeper. So
thanks to Focus Cards and Gifts, 2 for 25 in the 13th over. As Gledhill. Richardson just defends that.
He's going to make him play every delivery here, which is exactly what they want. So just need a bit of turn here, or
Gledhill in again. Richardson drives that.
Yeah, definitely a bit of drift. Nice little slow away swinger there almost.
Well, I say drift, it's still probably blowing 2,300 kilometres an hour.
Yeah, you can definitely see the wind coming across.
You're right there, Woodsy.
Gledhill bowls. Richardson forward, defends, no run.
Definitely going to give these two a good work over facing spin here with the next hour, I reckon. I wouldn't be surprised if these two keep bowling and then Arnell just jumps in between.
Gledhill bowls.
Good line.
Deflected into the leg side. No run. Only one off that one, MVD.
Correct. 2 for 25.
So how many overs will you think they're going to bowl there, boys? I think there's going to be quite a few. Look how quickly they got between overs.
What is it? It's a minimum of 16 in the last hour, isn't it?
Yeah, so originally we based that off and looked around 34, but if they've got both spinners bowling,
there could be quite a number.
Yeah. So it's probably going to give them a chance, even just knocking it at 1 or 2 and over, that they're going to get this 90 here, even if they don't show intent. So
MVD, when you get a moment,
yes.
Do you want to have a look at how many overs we've had in the match so far?
Righto.
He's testing you. Sunday afternoon, and put him under the pump here. With your doing a bit of teaching stuff.
Quick maths.
Quick maths.
I'll assess you.
Downey comes in now, bowls. Cleary.
Shuffled right across there. He almost squared himself right up. You can see both his pads in front of all the stumps. So he likes to play with his bat here, Cleary.
If it missed his bat, he was in a lot of trouble.
Yep.
Downey in again. Bowls. Cleary forward. Front foot defence, no run.
Be interesting if he can keep building dots on Cleary, how he's going to play this. He's always positive in his mindset. So
Downey. Cleary forward into the leg side.
Definitely would have a short leg in here, especially the way he played that one with his bat across and the way he gets his pad next to the ball as well.
Where do you bring him from?
Even point, I reckon.
Downey in.
Just slid on that one a little bit quicker. And he jabbed it down. Yeah, he hasn't bowled one short one yet, and it's going to be difficult to get it through point if he's spinning the ball in. So I would take that man out. It's almost wasted, really.
Downey again. Cleary leaves this time.
Good leave there. Got a nice stride outside off and didn't need to play. So looks like he's set in here.
Is anyone else roasting in this box?
Oh no, it's nice and warm here.
Downey bowls. Hit on the pad.
Nah, looks like he hit him outside the line. Big stride, squeezed it, but he beat the bat there. So I think it's a good over.
I think MVD's hidden the AC remote. You got a body jumper on too.
No, yeah. Just starts dripping off there for the camera. No one wants to see that.
178 overs have been in the match so far.
178.
Yep.
I don't know, VD. Timed you that.
Just need to be quicker.
I was aware of who was bowling.
Positive shot. Whipped it through the leg side. It was probably on off stump as well. But with Richardson's, the way his bat comes through, comes across the line of the ball and gets 3 just short of the boundary, the mid-on fielder chasing.
If it had been Arnell, I would have had the answer for you earlier, but it was with Downey and Gledhill bowling, trying to get lead you guys commentate as much as possible.
Good partnership here, really taking the steam out of Numurkah here.
Coombsy, when will Liam Gledhill know time's up?
I don't know. I think
he's kind of committed to playing the whole day.
Yeah, you almost got to keep going and going. You never know. Cricket's a funny game, isn't it? I've seen people get hat tricks and things when you think the game's done. And
like, do you think we'll get to 5 o'clock? And if they're only 4 wickets down or something, you might go.
I would keep going. Even if 4 down.
You know, yeah, I would too.
With it being 90 runs anyway, you almost go Katandra and knock it off. So. And sometimes when you get closer to that 90 runs, it builds in a bit more pressure, doesn't it? Because it's just there, and then you get guys trying to get over the finish line, and sometimes you get some stupid shots. A couple of dot balls by Gledhill there as he comes in. And well left again, big stride outside off stump. Didn't need to play off his pad, and giving Slip a bit of practice there.
Close out this over. Gledhill.
Oh, slightly quicker. Cleary just took a little bit of a shuffle there. I was thinking he might be coming down the wicket, but he was just looking to get that big stride in, and Gledhill fired it in there. Doesn't seem to be a lot of purchase. I was thinking maybe looking at this Deacon wicket and what I've heard from previous games in the season, that it might be a bit of a Bunsen burner, turning a bit, and the spinners would be having a bit of fun here. I always think when Central Park had a good run with their victories, Breno Scott was always very difficult, bowled at quite a flat pace, and used to get a lot of turn, and he was always difficult to play in the finals here. That's it, Richardson looking to whip it to the leg side off middle stump here. Downey keeps attacking the stumps from over the wicket. Bowled again. A bit of magic here. It's
been 12 overs since the last wicket.
Need a good catch or something special, or the batsman to make a mistake here.
As Downey into Richardson and driven back to the bowler for no run.
Good Richardson looking very solid here, playing nice and straight back to the bowler, looking convincing here.
Another legend that was on the field this time last year with you, premiership teammate.
The old Cyclone.
Cyclone?
Yeah, Cyclone. We say, yeah. As you realise with Gino, there's always something going on. He's right,
eh?
We call him the Cyclone. So, yeah, there's always something happening. Bit of drama.
Downey in to Richardson, played into the onside where Michael Eckhard fields.
Yeah, until you play with Gino for a season, you don't realise there's always something going on. It's either a dart. Well, hopefully his wife's not listening. It's either having a dart every two seconds, or the hat's coming off, or there's always something going on. So he's been very relaxed this year, actually, after winning the Premiership, which he always wanted. He's actually been quite docile, which was probably good with our performances this year. Another over has finished off.
Woodsy.
Gledhill. Looks like he'll start another one. From the Nixon Street end. 2 for 28, thanks to Byers Electrical. 10 overs done and dusted. About 19 minutes off our last drinks break of the Haisman Shield Grand Final as Gledhill comes in. Richardson that's Cleary forward defending.
Looking pretty solid here. Needs something to happen. Maybe a change back to Arnell. Bowl a few short ones at Cleary, or just unsettle him. But yeah, it just looks a bit too easy at the moment.
Gledhill bowls, full of ball there.
Yeah, very flat, that one. Does like to dart in that quick one. Haven't faced him before a few times. Definitely likes his variations. This one might be tossed up here. Trying to get Cleary to drive.
Gledhill.
Yeah, there he tossed it up, a bit slower. Cleary tries to cut it, but just stuck in the wicket, cuts it straight to mid-off. It's always difficult sometimes at Deacon, I find, cutting it square of the wicket against the spinners. It just stops in the wicket. That's what... Oh, this looks like he just squeezed one, hit the pad, and a great take from the keeper, one-handed, but no bat. Gliddell looked interested there. So the first thing that's kind of happened for the last few overs.
Gledhill in again. Query forward, no run.
It's always an interesting one with Gliddell and bowling, Downey bowling tight. The wickets yesterday, a couple of short ones. So you never know, sometimes bad deliveries brings into, especially when you're trying to block it.
Gledhill forward.
Yeah, Cleary just doesn't look interested playing any shots against these spinners. 10 off 44 balls, pretty unnatural innings for him. Definitely looked in a bit more trouble against the seamers as a drink gets run out. So be maybe a little bit of time wasting tactics going on here. I'll be taking a nice long drink if I was the Katandra boys. Even though there's not much running between the wickets going on and it's 20 degrees. Although
gale force winds.
I think we need the drink up here, Woodsy, with the heat in this room.
As I'm getting death stares, I've opened the door.
Oh,
generous.
So generous.
Some action going on up here.
Oh, yeah, he's compromised. Oh, watch the floodgates open. Downey in.
Oh,
Richardson drives.
Eckhart didn't even get down at short cover there. He was jumping up. Difficult position to field in there.
Downey in again. Bowls Richardson forward.
Not liking Eckhart's chance of taking a catch here, even if one spoons up by the way he's reacted to the last two deliveries, but you never know.
Downey in.
Oh, a little bit of drift there, I reckon.
Yeah.
Played it well, though, straight back. Richardson looking very comfortable here. Very solid.
Downey comes in, grandstand end.
Bit quicker.
Quicker ball, yeah. Richardson doesn't want anything to do with it.
It looks like anything away from the stumps, neither are interested at all.
Again, 2 balls left in this 18th over. Downey in.
Oh, sweep shot out of nowhere,
Richardson
really.
Sweeps and
Played
sweeps
it really well.
4 runs to the tally. 32. Well, the score will tick over 2, and that's for the loss of 2 wickets.
Out of nowhere there, really. He'd been playing pretty straight, and as Downey, you probably wouldn't mind that shot, really, playing against the spin, but he got his foot out to the pitch of the ball and played the sweep shot pretty well. So lots of Englishmen love the sweep with the lack of bounce in England. So it's usually a natural shot for most Englishmen.
Cleary 10, that boundary for Richardson. Takes him to 12. Downey coming for his last ball. Ooh. Richardson forward, defends into the leg side. No run.
Score 32 now, so they're gradually creeping up. So I'd love to see a wicket now and see Jed Wright come out and see how he would play it. Because
get the runs in about 5 overs.
Yeah, it'd be good to see, wouldn't it? Be the way to win a premiership, especially with Jed of what he's done over the last few years for the club and stuff like that. It'd be great to see him have a little bit of a cameo and play his natural game and win it for Katandra. Definitely top it off, wouldn't it?
Gledhill in.
Well, there's that short one.
Where he goes to pull.
Loves the
only
pull
gets
shot.
as far as Grandall at mid-wicket.
So it's not a bad delivery. Got a guy out there as well, just to really toss up a slow one and tempt him into that big shot.
Gledhill in. Cleary defends into the leg side.
It's that flatter one again. Usually see 2 or 3 and over from Gledhill. We bowl the slow one, the flatter one. Mixes it up. He's not the easiest guy to pick up from his action as well. It's not a lot.
It's an interesting sort of one.
Yeah, he kind of stops there. There's that tossed up one. He almost stops in his action as he delivers it. So
he looks very similar to, in a way, Mitch Santner.
Okay.
From New Zealand.
Hopefully, he's got a bit of
like the action.
Yeah. Oh, look at that! Really tossed outside off. Real tempter there. He's got a pretty bad injury, hasn't he? A natural defect or something in it. Yeah. That's
like Santner doesn't even pull his front arm up.
Yeah.
The way he comes over.
Oh, quick on. That's a good line there. If that got any, looked like it's slightly straightened, but at that pace, if it turns, you're in trouble. And Cleary didn't really get far forward that time. But they're doing it well here, Katandra.
Forward defence from Cleary.
Another over goes. Another minute over. Might even have to get the stopwatch on for there.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
12 minutes till drinks.
They're really flying through these overs.
I think Numurkah almost need a little bit of a break here, have a little bit of a regroup with a change of bowling coming on here before drinks. Eckhard coming on. Yeah, I just think they need maybe, sometimes you have that little bit of a break, have a drink.
Who else can they get to? Turn to? Like, I know you got spinners and all that sort of stuff.
I think Arnell's going to have a big spell. He's had a bit of a break now. Obviously, he's bowled a few overs, but you think it's all on the line, really. How his second spell goes, he's probably got to take a fifer, really. Well, probably more than that, I reckon, if they're going to win the game. So, but he's just getting just a wicket here, just to build a bit of pressure. Definitely the finals is that momentum as Eckhard comes in. Oh, perfect start. Pitches it on off stump. Big turn and a great take from the keeper. Really good sign from Eckhard there. Bit of rag.
Very good. Shep Golf 60, Shep Park 56 after 71 ends. Eckhard in again.
Yeah, that turned again, but not as good line, but probably good signs, really. So I would probably have spin from this end and then give Arnell another crack from that other end.
Eckhard in, Richardson leads outside off stump.
He's really got to try and attack that middle, and he's probably started him on off stump so far, or just outside off. It's got to probably be on middle and off, although I think it's just going to leave him here.
Eckhard in.
Well outside off.
Not trolling anyone there.
No, it's turning, but you've got to get him playing here.
Eckhard back to the top of his mark. 2 balls left in this 19th over.
1 step back to his mark, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
That's a better delivery. Tosses it up, made him play. That's where he's got to bowl each ball, really, and to hopefully just get a bit of purchase.
They're off spinners, aren't they? Eckhard and Gledhill and...
But they all do different things with it.
Yeah, bowl lots of variations, and I think that's obviously where they get their success as well, and their consistency. So far, how many bad balls have they bowled? Not many at all, really. So they just, looks like another change at the other end. Klein coming on as well, so ringing the changes here.
Thanking our sponsors, Gagliardi Scott, Real Estate, Butter Factory, Cafe, Focus Cards and Gifts, Buyers Electrical and Sherborne Terrace. We're 2 for 32. 20 overs done and dusted. Cleary 10, Richardson 12.
It's like a yellow bus has turned up. Maybe it's for one of the sides to go off in their celebrations, the old yellow party bus.
Sure that's not Stewie Turner's car?
Oh, it might be. Definitely starting to fill up here at Deakin, getting near the presentation time. Coming to watch the last hour of A grade as Klein comes in. Ooh, good line on off stump, always angling it in.
You putting your stopwatch on, MBD?
I was putting a stopwatch on for the last over.
Yep.
Eckhard's probably the slowest of the 3 spinners, though.
2 minutes.
1:25.
1:25. It's going to be a few overs here, isn't it?
What were the others averaging?
I didn't put it on for but I reckon they were probably averaging probably about 45, 50. Klein in again and just defended 2 short cover. Yeah, it hasn't been a wicket for probably 18 overs now.
They've done well here, soaked up a lot of pressure, a few plays and misses, and that was really when Arnell was on. A few inside edges that have gone off the pad, but Numurkah just need a bit of luck here just to snaggle one. And
I reckon they need one before drinks.
Yes.
Klein in from Nixon Street.
All short.
Short. Cleary rocks back and pulls that into the deep. Grandel has the chase on as it goes towards that mid-wicket boundary. He'll pick it up.
Oh, we fumbled it.
Now we fumble it. They'll come back for 3 runs.
Gave him an extra run. Didn't get all of it, but Cleary, strong guy. He got enough of it to push it out for 3.
Score moves to 35. Cleary 13. Richardson 12.
interesting to know if Klein's bowling those deliberately, because he's bowled a few short ones, and he bowled in his first spell. He probably had a couple of short ones, whether he's a bit tight or after bowling a bit yesterday and then coming back today. But there's not a lot of in it for a medium pacer at Deakin when you're bowling half trackers, really. You've got to be zipping it through.
Klein in now. 3 balls left in this over.
Oh, that one seemed to not bounce as much off the wicket and did well not to inside edge that.
What have they got? Have they got, like, we saw Braybon in the first innings, he bowled a little bit right arms, medium slow. Is there anything else that Liam Gledhill can turn to right now to just go, hey, let's spice something up?
You got to go back to Arnell, I think.
Yeah, the thing is, on a wicket like that, there isn't a lot in it, and guys can just, if you're just blocking it, you can just block it back. So as he runs in, so sometimes you've got to offer something a bit different, as in you've got to have a bit of pace or a bit of seam movement or something a bit different. You struggle with maybe the Klein and the Braybon, where they're good at restricting and they build pressure on you, but here there's no pressure to score, so that kind of takes a bit out of their game. So, but still, they do a bit with the ball. So, all it takes is one mistake or a little bit of movement off the seam.
Klein in, Richardson forward, defends.
Bowling good line though this over. He made Richardson play almost every ball there. So, but still, they need that wicket. 2 for 35, creeping up on the total slowly. So, I think it'd be interesting if they creep up another 20 runs, do they start thinking about the end total, whether Clury starts playing a few more shots or Richardson's a bit more positive, or are they just going to keep just ticking it along one and over here or there?
Do you like the right arm off spinner? I mean, he's not on strike at the moment with Scott Richardson, but do you like the right arm off spinner coming around the wicket to a left-hand bat, or would you like to see, say, Eckhard going, okay, have a crack at it, I'll go over the wicket too?
I think with the turn, it just makes them play a bit more, because you think the ball's like with the angle, you think it's coming towards the stump as Eckhard comes in now. Clury getting right across there and smothering it, but Eckhard's getting a bit of purchase and turn here. If he can hit that good length, seems to be a bit in it for him. I'd maybe have a short leg in here if Clury's just going to walk across and smother it.
Eckhard in again to Clury. Plays that off the back foot for no run. Back to the bowler. An update on that GV Bowls Division 1 Grand Final. Shep Golf 60, Shep Park 56 after 71 ends. Got to keep the listeners happy.
Cliffhanger.
It's going to be tight there too by the sound of it. There's another dot ball to Eckhard.
Gets pretty tense when your season's on the line in one game, or
right.
Or it could be down to that last bowl.
Eckhard in to Clury. Just covers up the stumps and just goes, no, you can have that one back, Eckhard.
It's getting a bit of turn, but it's just very, very slow off this Deakin wicket. So get easy if you're watching it hard to get behind it and just play it back.
Eckhard in. Oh, playing a miss there from Clury.
Probably the first shot he's played for a while, outside off. Didn't really get himself in a very good position and try to cut it, and played a miss. Lucky not to find the edges. A few plays and misses he's had. It's been his day today so far.
Eckhard in again, tossed up and just driven by Clury too.
Another minute over by the looks of it.
Cover.
Not much break for Klein here.
We're 4 minutes away from what will be the last drinks break. And then it'll be a minimum of 16 overs bowled.
16 overs to get 8 wickets. Uphill
It's one
task.
every 2 overs.
Here Woodsy shouting now. Drinks after the over.
With thanks to Gagliardi Scott Real Estate, Butter Factory Cafe, Focus Cards and Gifts, Byers Electrical and Sherborne Terrace. Thank you very much for your sponsorship. G'day, Graham Mansfield. Left alone there by Scott Richardson.
Just giving his umpiring finger there, we hope.
Wasn't Phil Absalom, so...
But you never know in finals. It's definitely momentum. I think, obviously, you see, especially in this game, you get 1 wicket. Definitely opens a can of worms sometimes, and you can get a couple of quick ones, and game changes quickly.
Klein in Richardson left alone.
These two are looking very, very comfortable at the moment. So,
just had a comment come through on Facebook from Darren Young. Where is the fielders around the bat?
Yeah, they're not exactly playing very positively, and obviously they haven't got any runs, but they've got nothing to lose, Numurkah, so especially those spinners, I reckon they've missed a trick, maybe having a couple of extra guys around the bat.
Klein in again to Richardson, just forward in defence. That's going to cover. And that's about it for that ball. 3 down, 3 to go.
Yeah, I think Numurkah definitely need this little bit of a break here. They've really, obviously, got nothing to lose here. Really have a crack in this last session and give it to Katandra.
As Klein in again to Richardson.
Oh,
play and a miss.
That one just slightly angled away there, just going across him. He played at it, but
really well bowled.
Again, didn't find that edge. So they just need their luck to turn it.
Two balls now till drinks. We'll head to a quick sponsors break after these next 2 balls, then come back with the full live last hour of play. All the post-game coverage on the ground will be covered.
Klein in again to Richardson and gets his arms out of the way.
What do you think, Woodsy, about maybe coming out, having a little bit of a chirp to the Katandra boys when we come out for this last session? If you were playing in the Numurkah side, try and get under the skin of a few guys, try and rattle a few cages.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
There's only so much you can do, though.
Yeah, I agree, but I think they've really got to...
Already 8 wickets in this last hour. It's going to be a massive task, no matter what you do, really.
I think they've really got to have a chat.
Klein into Richardson, forward, resolute in defence to block out another maiden there. And the score is 2 for 35 as we just have a look and see what's going on. No, doesn't look like anything at this point from Liam Gledhill.
I think we're going all the way to the end.
I think we're going to the end, ladies and gentlemen, which is good for us. It's good for you, and they're pretty much committed to it. And I reckon that's probably a good suggestion. What we might do is we might take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen, get some sponsors' commitments out of the way, and we'll come back and have a chat to you live from Deakin Reserve. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Recovering from an illness or operation? Make a smooth and comfortable transition from hospital to home with Just Better Care. We are locally owned and committed to supporting your lifestyle goals and personal choices throughout all of rural Victoria. Our dedicated and experienced staff will take care of your daily needs so you can concentrate on your recovery. Available 24/7. Contact us on 03 5873 2034 to find out how Just Better Care can work for you.
Freehold titles. Now that's something you don't normally get in an over 50s village. That's right, you own the land. You too can make the move to a secure gated village with only 39 homes at Freedom Place, Kayala. Enjoy a brand new residence hall with gym, craft room, billiard tables, dance floor, entertaining area, heated pool and 2 bowling greens. There is even room to park a caravan beside your house. House and land packages start from around $340,000. What are you waiting for? Inspect today. Freedom Place, Kayala, 583 16405.
1FM sponsor.
Have you ever been to the nursery in Nathalia? We're at number 6 Railway Street. Yalka Plants and Poultry supply direct to the public and are open Thursday to Sunday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We propagate our own plants to keep costs down, meaning our customers save money on a large variety of plants, succulents, natives, gums, perennials and fruit trees. Whether you're the die-hard green thumb or the weekend warrior, we're always happy to help with the service and advice that you need. We take bulk orders for landscape gardeners and invite you to give us a call before you place your next order. Call us today on 0434 095 054. That's 0434 095 054. Or find us on Facebook.
This is John Painter
and Trevor Franklin from
Sport and Road.
Central Tyre Service are your local Goodyear tyre and automotive specialists.
With on-farm tyre servicing,
computerised wheel alignment and balancing,
complete front end and brake repairs,
and a full range of Exide batteries.
There's not a lot the friendly staff at Central Tyre Service can't do.
Servicing the Goulburn Valley region since 1952,
Central Tyre Service can be found at 117 Wellsford Street, Shepparton.
Phone 5821 9555.
Proud sponsors of 1FM.
Let Merit Funeral Services take the stress out of your funeral arrangements. Whether you're looking to prepay a funeral, arrange a bond or pre-arrange a complete funeral, Merit Funeral Services are just a phone call away. They can even come direct to you anywhere across the region to help walk you through the process, each and every step of the way. With more than 40 years industry experience, expect nothing less than service and advice that exceeds your expectations. Let Merit Funeral Services take care of everything. Phone 5825 1651.
1FM sponsor.
It's radio made by local people, for local people. 1FM, 98.5, live and local.
Welcome back to Deakin Reserve. We're into the last hour now, 2 for 35. Here's Katandra's score. Second innings now, and we're into the last hour, so...
Minimum of 16 to be bowled?
Minimum of 16. And big task here for Numurkah. They require 8 wickets MVD. Huge task.
Huge task. You're looking forward to seeing how it'll... Well, to be perfectly honest, I didn't think we'd actually get here. I didn't think we'd get to the last hour. But credit to Numurkah, credit to Katandra. We are there at the moment with Eckhard bowling to Cleary.
I really did think it would get inside 3 hours this morning. I thought we'd be done.
Probably with Katandra 3 for 100 as well. It probably looked like they were going to
cruise through.
Yeah, about a bit of time and then the game would have been done. But, yeah.
Eckhard forward.
Bit of turn, but, yeah, I'll definitely have a short leg in now here where Eckhard's getting some turn and still only got a slip in a gully and they're not looking very enthusiastic in Numurkah.
Eckhard, top of his run from the grandstand end now. Cleary pulls that. Man's out there. I'll just get the goal.
Fumble, and they're coming back for 2.
Should have only been 1, but no, they've got back for 2.
Yeah, they see the Numurkah heads go down a little bit more here, so...
The Katandra faith will just get louder and louder.
Every ball faced, every run scored.
The claps come. Eckhard in now. Cleary tries to play that down the leg side, but can't.
Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get reaction from the ground when this is all over, and we'll get presentations underway.
Eckhard in.
Oh, big
hit on the pad first.
Oh. I reckon an inside edge, maybe.
There would have had to have been something.
We'll have a little look at the replay here, but looked pretty close, didn't it? But I would have said...
I reckon Eckhard knew he hit it, to be honest. Just the way he reacted as he was walking back.
Yeah,
made the little...
Big appeal, wasn't it? If not, it looked pretty close. He didn't get very far forward. Oh, that looks out. There it is. That's what they needed, a wicket. Full and straight. Probably didn't turn as much, and Cleary, bat no way near it. Straight onto the pads. Looked like it was hitting middle stump. Gary Wood's finger was up very quickly there, wasn't it?
You don't see that too often, do you, Coombsy?
The old shotgun.
Trigger finger.
Yep. He was, yeah, look, it did look pretty plumb from here. Cleary there, almost the ball before set him up. It was turning, but he almost played for the straight one there, really, and just missed it. So, here we go. Jed Wright's coming out here. Exactly what we wanted, I reckon. So how's Jed going to play? I don't think he'll be blocking it like that. So always positive, always got a bit of an intent. So
hear the round of applause when as Cleary makes his way off. 15 off 68 deliveries.
He did a good job.
1-4.
Would have liked to still be there though. He looks pretty disappointed, but yeah, that just opens it up a bit here. And oh, they're going with Klein again. I would love, well, especially that wicket there, to see Arnell steaming in at the other end here and really cranking it up. So wonder if Timmy's maybe a bit sore or if he's carrying anything. So
I think they're going to give him one last spurt.
Yeah.
And I don't know when that's going to be, but I reckon they're going to give him one last crack at it.
They just can't afford to leave it as late as what they did in the first innings.
Yeah. I guess Klein's last over probably before tea bowled well at Richardson, and he almost found the edge.
If it had been a Jed Wright, then yeah, possibly I reckon they could have done that.
Yeah, because I reckon early on to Jed as well. If you can bowl very, very full early on, I reckon that's the way to get him. But he's a good player. Comes out first ball, hits a boundary, always does. As Klein comes in.
Klein in, Nixon Street end to Richardson, defended into the covers for no run.
Just gives Numurkah a tiny bit of hope. So,
well, that's what I said. at 8 wickets off a minimum of 16 overs. It's 1 every 2 overs.
Mm-hmm.
How many overs have been after lunch? After the drinks?
1.
1 at the moment.
Yeah, so they're on the right ratio at the moment. Tick the boxes.
Klein in again to Richardson. Plays that on the bounce to mid-off.
I think there would have to be obviously something pretty special here, or a couple of batsmen to give their wickets away, really. But you never know under the pressure.
Well, that's exactly right.
Premiership haven't won for all those years, and obviously losing last year as well, and it's in their hands to lose now. So it does definitely put a different side to it.
Klein in to Richardson and defended back to the bowler.
I reckon Richardson's the key wicket here. He's looked very, very solid. So if you dislodge him, and obviously Jed plays pretty positively anyway, so he sometimes gives you a chance, then just open up this middle order. And Katandra have had a few low scores, so never say never, do you, in cricket?
No.
Klein's back to the top of his mark now. He's got Richardson in his sights. Nixon straight end. Hits the crease now.
Oh! Through him.
Oh.
Looked like it just came back in off the seam. It's a bit like similar to the other over, but that looked like it was close to the stumps, through the gate, over the top of the stumps, in between the body, missed the bat and pad and everything. And again, another brilliant
Straight
delivery.
through to Josh Smith.
Cracker. So still a bit in it. If they got a wicket then, it would have definitely spiced things up.
Klein in now. Richardson forward, defends. No run. Who would you go to first, MVD?
What?
Post game?
For
interviews?
Interviews? Oh, that's a very good question. If it stays the way it is, you'd probably be looking at... we went to Scully yesterday. You'd probably be looking at Jed Wright or Ben Cleary, the captain or coach.
Yeah, definitely. Always good to hear from Jed, and obviously he's been a massive part of Katandra Cricket Club over the years, and just a brilliant performer, and every year putting his performances out there for. And I know the Katandra boys are pretty tight as a unit as well, so it's going to mean a lot to them if they get over the line here.
And I'd also get a reaction from Andrew Reardon probably at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's
been a big part of this.
Oh, definitely, and he'd be disappointed that he was not out there. And yeah, it's a shame Andrew's not on the park. Always a great player and a great guy as well. Always a good guy to have a chat with, and yeah, just a good bloke.
But conversely, if they manage to get through here, Numurkah, I'd be going straight for probably Sean Downey and Liam Gledhill.
Yeah, definitely. And
depending on how many Michael Eckhart takes.
And it'd be pretty. I know how much it would mean to Jane Lau as well.
Yeah.
It would mean,
that's exactly. Here's another one. Yep.
Yeah, massive.
Eckhart in now from the grandstand. Right, forward, defends.
I would definitely have a short leg in here.
Yeah.
With the spin, it's definitely turning, and Jed's probably going to look to smother it early on, so he's trying to take time between deliveries here and not be rushed. Still only a slip in a gully.
Eckhart bowls now, right. Oh. Hit on the pad, but outside the line there, half a shout.
Definitely going to try and look to get outside the line, and that's where that short leg comes in as Gledhill moves to short cover from gully. So probably a better move, but I'd still like to see another one in there.
Eckhart bowls right.
Oh, lovely loop there. Tossed it up, turned, maybe off just the pad. Just one bounce to first slip, maybe an inside edge in there.
D-grade update just quickly. Talamba 3 for 45. They require 78 to win. That's not a further 78, that's a complete. Oh, that turned
sharply, left it. Was almost going to cut it, but then it turned quite sharply. Jed's doing the experience thing here, really trying to slow down these overs. Every ball walking away, having a look at the field. Definitely being sensible here.
Eckhart, 2 balls left. Bowls to right. Right's backing across, plays into the leg side.
Eckhart's starting to hit a good length here, getting it to bite and turn.
I reckon we do need one on that bat pad on that leg side.
Oh, Jed feeling.
Possibly even that leg slip.
Jed feeling for his knee again. Always carrying an injury, Jed.
Eckhart, last ball, short and wide.
Oh, well fielded.
And Jed cuts and cuts hard, but Timmy Brabont cuts it off, probably saves 3 there. That probably would have gone to the boundary for 4.
Yeah, also saves some precious time as well. Means they can get straight away onto the next over, run through. And you can see Jed just trying to kill a bit of time, making sure that, because that 1 over could be key in the end of it. If you can waste another 3 or 4 minutes, how quickly they're getting through the overs, you definitely got to slow it down. Here, and look at the change. Timmy Arnell face to bowl to Jed, just coming in his long run up, galloping in.
Just an update from over in India. Australia 3 for 193 in the women. Alyssa Healy gets her maiden one-day international 100, 104 off 102 deliveries. Yeah, 11 4s and 2 6s.
Pretty positive player, isn't she? Having watched some of the Big Bash stuff.
Yep. So Nicole Bolton made 11, Meg Lanning 18, and Elise Perry 32. Rachel Haynes is currently not out, 24 as well.
Australian women got a pretty strong side, haven't they? They've been
very strong side.
Seem to be building on it each year and getting stronger and stronger with the women's Big Bash.
Here it's 3 for 38. Numurkah trying to make the running here. Tim Arnell coming in to Jed Wright and pushes that to gully.
Not as bigger follow through from Timmy Arnell there, so I wonder if he's slightly stiff. Doesn't look as just jogging through now, trying to loosen the body up. Feeling a little bit for maybe his hammy there, so might take him a few balls to get full pace again, but he's got to give it everything here. Season on the line, and they've worked pretty hard to get in this position. It's been a few years that they've been pushing for finals and getting through to this point as he runs in.
Arnell into right and played off the back foot.
Yeah, I don't think Jed's going to be playing too many shots by the looks of it. Looking pretty solid and just getting behind it and looking quite comfortable so far. I think Eckhard might be pretty difficult to face at the other end here for these few overs. So if they could get another wicket and get a couple of more men around that bat, pressure's going to be on. But still looks like Katandra
in the box
well on their way.
Exactly. Arnell starts this long run up again into right, bowls, and just jumped a little bit on him.
A little bit of bounce. Yeah, Jed just ducked down a little bit there and just seemed to bounce a bit more than he thought. But again, it just stops in that Deacon wicket, so you've got a bit of time to adjust. So if you're watching it hard, but Jed loves a pull shot, so he would have been definitely tempted. But I think he's going to try and see it all the way home here.
As Arnell starts in again. Bowling to Jed Wright, outside the off stump and left alone for no run. Very grateful for everyone that's been a part of this coverage, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much to the sponsors of this coverage: Gagliardi Scott Real Estate, Butter Factory Cafe, Focus Cards and Gifts, Byers Electrical and Sherborne Terrace. You guys have been fantastic to make sure that we've been able to get this coverage up and going. Really appreciate it.
Arnell, top of his mark, right in his sights. Hits the crease now. Full on his legs, and Jed says, "Thank you very much. I'll help myself to a boundary."
That's it. Nice, easy. Just literally guided that one. Just got his line. The idea was right, trying to go full and get that Yorker in, but just straight on leg stump and just needed to just help it along, and did quite easily. The outfield looked quite quick there down the slope.
Three for 42. Richardson 12, Wright 5.
D-grade Marupna needs 7 wickets. Talamba need 33 runs. Over at Vibert Reserve.
There's a kid running in the background here at perfect timing.
Yeah, that's not going to worry him.
Oh, good Yorker. That's the better line. It's always a good delivery to Jed. He sometimes goes across with his head and gets off balance, but he managed to just keep himself up there and squeeze that one out. But here comes Eckhard.
I would like to see men around the bat all over the place right now.
Yeah, I think you just got to
go for it.
Take men out, make them play different shots. Even, I know Richardson likes to go through mid-on, and that's against the spin, so maybe even take mid-on out, leave a gap, make him play through there and make them play some different shots. I think that's probably the only thing Gleddor's maybe lacked here, is just maybe changing it up, doing something different. He's probably just stuck to similar plans and kept it tight, but you got to almost try and, you got to create wickets here.
You got to make the run.
Yeah, definitely. Bowled again.
Eckhard. Just Scott Richardson defending nicely. Eckhard in again, on, middle and off, and just defended or smothered by
Richardson. Looking solid, isn't it, again? It'll be interesting to see, say, Katandra win, how Numurkah react. Obviously, they've waited a long time to get themselves in the grand final, and it definitely would hurt, obviously, coming this close and probably not putting in their best performance, and probably, I don't know, a few people around the sheds probably tipping them maybe to win, going into finals as the front runners and with their side on paper.
Eckhard in again and just defended.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they react, whether had a bit of a rumour maybe they might be recruiting a few guys from with certain leagues, obviously some sides moving and things like that, so they're positioned in a good area in Numurkah near some other leagues that they might be able to pick up some players. So I heard a few rumours
go on
through my sources that
you're willing to share, Daniel?
No, I don't necessarily know names, but I've heard they've been maybe speaking to a few players that might be moving across, and obviously with Downey obviously coming across, he's probably got a few contacts that he might be they might be probing with a few players to get across there, because they might be looking for one or two just to add into their mix to give them a bit more depth. So I think that's what Katandra did well from last year, is obviously they lost, but they probably attracted 3 or 4 players, and then they made their side even better.
Well, they brought in Sirat, they brought in Nolan, Lukey Nolan,
Peters as well. Yeah, so
I mean, Scott Richardson pretty much was a like-for-like replacement with his brother.
Yeah.
I say like, yeah, not quite like-for-like, but
I think
like in the fact that he's English.
And the fact that they're brothers.
He's a good player as well. He's still a good player, and he's offered probably a different option for them, obviously with bat and ball. So
Arnell comes into right.
I think obviously his brother was probably a slightly more threatening with the ball and was probably a bit of a name as well. I always find that the quick bowlers in the league, people start talking about them very quickly, and a few batsmen start worrying about it. So, but I think, their recruitment in the off-season has definitely paid to their consistency. If you look over the last few years, I think their performances have got a lot more consistent, because I think they used to be a very good side, but just they were very erratic. And even the games they've scored low scores, they've actually bowled really well and defended them.
Arnell into right and just defended onto the offside. I mean, and also you look at it, they've grown their list in a number of ways. I mean, a lot of times it was, if you got right, you got Reardon out. You won the game against Katandra, didn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
But now it's like,
those guys have definitely started stepping up, some of the other players. So, and that's what you got to do. And I think obviously I reckon they're probably the closest knit side in the league, as in friendships and stuff. And it does make a difference.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you play with each other and you definitely enjoy the game a bit more if you get on with your teammates well.
Arnell into right, full ball, and then just driven to mid off. No run. But that's it, isn't it? Like,
yeah, when things get tough, it definitely shows the ticker of the team and how we get on. It was an interesting combination we had at Old Students last year. We actually played our best cricket when we abused each other. I've never played in a team where we were actually sledging each other as people were bowling and batting. But
you haven't played C-grade cricket again?
Well, it was interesting. So, but yeah, so different teams would tick differently. So I think it's always how captains manage personalities and stuff. But Katandra seemed to have got it to click.
Arnell into right again, and then just defended into the offside.
Probably at the perfect opportunity now, wouldn't we be, if Liam Gledhill had enough with a right out in the middle too? I know we'll probably go the distance, but...
Yeah, you're right.
Right in the middle.
Yeah,
just wonder what's going through his head at the moment.
He's having to talk to Sean Downey, having to talk to Josh Smith at the moment, and just discussing what's going on.
Who knows what they're talking about?
It's the normal slips cordon, isn't it?
What we're having for dinner tonight.
Yep.
Little pal Mike would be handy right now.
It would be. Timmy Arnell into Jed Wright, and he plays the shot at that.
Yeah, he loves the short ball, and it was there. Didn't really get up and just angled down leg, and he was trying to send that into the Shep United Football Club there, I think, and but just didn't get anything on it. It's one of those ones as a bowler, you hope you get a tickle of glove down the leg side or anything like that. A batsman's nightmare getting out to those deliveries, but that's what Numurkah needs, something, a bit of luck or a couple of things go their way and give them at least a little bit of a chance, but it's not looking very positive at the moment.
As Arnell coming in from the Nixon Street end to right and full ball. Dot ball, dug out nicely. And every dot ball is being clapped by the Katandra faithful at the moment. So good to see the crowd that's coming into Deakin Reserve. Thank you very much for coming out and supporting what has been a fantastic grand final. To be honest, this time yesterday, I don't think we thought we'd be here, did we, Woodsy?
No, I said before that I thought would be done and dusted within the morning session. But no.
Did you make a few plans, Woodsy, did you?
Yeah, no, I did. I had to cancel a few lunch dates.
Eckhard.
A few disappointed ladies out there, I think, in
into Richardson.
If you find them, Coombsy, let me know.
I'm sure Michael Archer could sort you out with a few links.
No.
Eckhard into Richardson again, and then just forward defending. And like we keep saying, I mean, yeah, okay, where is the batsman around the pad? Around the bat? Like...
Yeah, you'd think you probably have another couple around there, but... And even... Oh, there you go. Onto the pad. It doesn't look like there was an edge there, but imagine there was a thin edge there, no one there. As Gliddle then moves himself from gully to short cover, but doesn't fancy the short leg.
Which I can kind of understand at the same time, but
yeah,
I hate fielding there, but at the same point, if the captain wants you to go there.
Oh, there we go. That was the ball straightened, but one bounce to Gliddle. The old one and one bounce there.
That's it. We're with 5:05, ladies and gentlemen. Eckhard into Richardson, left well alone.
35 minutes away, or sooner.
Seen a few Katandra boys with a few frothies popping up now.
That's probably
Shannon.
Yeah.
E-graders.
Oh, yeah.
Played yesterday.
No, that's Rolly Shannon. He's played a few A-grade games down there.
Oh, yeah, good. Having an early celebration, teasing the boys over there.
I think Rolly was actually, I ran into Rolly at the Aussie last night. I think he was celebrating back then.
Oh, there you go.
Well, you don't do it too early.
Did you spot anyone out last night, Woodsy? Anyone that shouldn't have been out?
No, I didn't.
Early, no.
Besides, half the tap boys probably shouldn't have been out. But
yeah.
They just shouldn't be out at full stop.
Nah, dangerous.
Yeah, I think
they were here earlier.
Yeah, I think
they decided to go home, did they?
I think a couple of them might be under the weather.
Oh, righto. Where's the menace?
As
Dennis.
As
Arnell into Jed Wright.
As Gino would say, a few too lemonades last night by the sounds of it. Maybe a few lemonades drunk in Katandra tonight, I think.
They might have a shortage out there.
Well,
I doubt that.
I can tell you they've got...
Andrew Nichols won't be having a chance having that happen.
Yeah, they've got the best rooms.
I reckon definitely
in the league to celebrate, I think. So it's definitely... I think it's a great place to play cricket now at Katandra. Brilliant wicket, outfield, and the facilities, second to none there.
And I reckon Reese's coverage is going to be on the big screen in the rooms over the next few days.
They just need a bit of a bomb out there to get rid of the flies.
As Arnell just bends the back on that one, and Jed Wright leaves that go.
There's a good line there, just angled in towards Jed's head there, but just ducked out the way. But I like how it was outside, started from outside off and angled in. So Jed's practiced playing a uppercut 3 or 4 times. So I wouldn't mind bowling that ball again and see if he plays that shot.
49 runs to do it outright, Katandra, which they don't technically need to do. but it would be nice to actually
I reckon
see
you
that.
can almost nearly put a line through that now, MVD.
Yeah, they're going to have to probably start playing a few shots, and I don't think they're going to be interested in that. So the last few overs have been pretty tight. So
Arnell comes in to Jed Wright and left alone. As Tim has his fan club up here in the stands. It's been a good season of cricket.
yeah, good to see a few young lads around the Shackles here with the Katandra boys. I think there'll be a few games of one-hand, one bounce by the rooms tonight, and seeing some celebrations. Hopefully some kids coming through in the future. I think Cricket Shep's looking pretty promising going forward, with teams desperate to pretty much join our association, where it looks like we're in a pretty good position.
Tim Arnell into Jed Wright again, full ball and left alone.
I love how Jed is playing all the shots he would normally do after the ball. Yeah. He's played a huge drive, he's played an uppercut, and that's pretty much how Jed would bat normally, but just leaving them and just enjoying the shadow shots afterwards.
88 ends at the Goulburn Valley Bowls Association Div 1 finals. Shepparton Golf 75, Shepparton Park 74. That's getting nice and tight.
Might be a few people sneaking over from Deakin over to there with how tight that is. So.
Yeah. Where's that one being played, Tyler? Over in Kyabram. No, they won't be going from Deakin over there. But all the best as Arnell comes into Jed Wright, play on the back foot. That's chopped into his, well, it came back nicely at him.
Looks like Woodsy's got a bit restless and snuck off.
No, he's trying to find something apparently.
Okay.
The menace is...
maybe that date he missed out on earlier. So
yeah, possibly. Yeah. But that's all right. So, what do you reckon the headline's going to read tomorrow, Coombsy? I might ask Tyler in a moment, because he could probably come and join us for a little bit if he wants to.
Sneak over and have a look, but
what do you reckon? What do you reckon it'd be, Coombsy?
Something to do with the drought, maybe.
Yeah.
So
Eagle Rock.
Yeah, yeah, maybe.
Arnell into Jed Wright, and comes back nicely at him, but again, dot ball. And it's another maiden.
Yeah, I think last year we had a bit of luck of the Irish, and I think we had students teach a lesson, or So yeah. So, but
I know, Katandra do like a bit of the old Eagle Rock, the Daddy Cool, and all that.
Okay.
If you do decide to use that, I'm the one that will take credit for it. Okay, Tyler, or the subbies. So.
Hopefully a few of the Katandra boys have booked a day off work for tomorrow.
Well, I was talking to Corey Hickford on Friday, and he hasn't booked a day off yet.
Okay, hopefully his boss isn't listening, or...
Michael Eckhard into... Oh, gee, that cripped and bounced.
Yeah, turn and bounce, but...
Scotty Richardson
did well. They've kind of played the line, and if he's turning that much, if you can just play down the line, then it means you don't find the edge, then that's all you can do, really, when it turns that much.
We're into the last half hour of the game today. Eckhard in. Pitching on, I reckon that's pitching probably just outside leg.
Yeah, that was going down leg by quite a bit, and it was very, very slow. That's the only problem here is when it does turn, there's lots of time to adjust. Zekar comes in again.
Bowling to Scott Richardson, fly to delivery.
It looked like it went straight on, but just was outside off stump, so just needs to get that one on off stump, and if you can get it to hold its line, maybe find the edge there.
Eckhard in again, past umpire Wood, and defended on the front foot by Scott Richardson.
Seeing the field's got slightly more attacking, with point coming in into like a short point and a very quite deep gully. Quite a weird fielding position Jaden Lowell's in there.
There's Eckhard in again to Richardson. Again, another one that just decided to spit and bounce.
Yeah, but just it's not finding that edge at the moment, just hitting the body of Richardson. So Eckhard's bowled a pretty good spell here. Probably been a bit unlucky that he's maybe not picked up another one.
Yep, as he comes into Richardson now, and he's trying to fire that in.
Yeah.
And that's a dot ball. And that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Liam Gledhill's walking over to Jed Wright. He's conceded the match. And ladies and gentlemen, Katandra win.
The crowd goes wild.
The crowd has gone a little bit Burko, as that is the game. 3 for 42 Katandra finish.
Another drought.
Another drought is broken. As 5-12 is the final score, final time. 3 for 42, the Katandra Eagles. Congratulations to them in pursuit of that 91 that they didn't actually need to get, but it was...
I think Numurkah gave it a good crack there, really, when the game was pretty much done probably this morning. And but Katandra, definitely the better side probably on the day, and had a brilliant season. Had a great year last year and just missed out, but done the job this year. Looking at the celebrations now here with Jed, him and Scott Richardson. Scott Richardson playing a good knock there, almost facing close to 100 balls there, and did well really when the wicket was turning. So Numurkah boys having a chat now. Obviously they'll be massively disappointed, but a really good season for them. So they got to hold their heads up high and hopefully do what Katandra did last year and bounce back as Katandra boys run on the pitch and celebrate here. Good scenes for them, and good support coming over. A good crowd, and it looks like they're going to have a great night to celebrate a brilliant season for their club.
Very much so. So that's the first premiership for the Katandra Cricket Club since 1952-53 in Cricket Shepparton. That's their second flag in the history of Cricket Shepparton as well. Spare a thought for Numurkah, ladies and gentlemen. They've tried hard. They gutsed it out all day, and they will have to wait one more year to break their 45-year premiership drought at this point in time. So Sam Wood is heading down onto the ground. He's going to try and get a couple of interviews and all, get a couple of interviews for us. But what we might do is we might take a quick break and then come back to Deakin Reserve and catch all the reaction live across the valleys on 1FM.
March is when we will help you style for the season. Let Harvey Norman introduce new styles to add fresh new looks for your home. If you're looking for contemporary lounges or dining, home theatre ideas, or just a comfy recliner suite so you can put your weary feet up at the end of a long day, then Harvey Norman Furniture can help you style for the season. Catalogue out now with fresh ideas for you.
Go, Harvey, go! Station sponsor. Have you ever been to the nursery in Nathalia? We're at number 6 Railway Street. Yalka Plants and Poultry supply direct to the public and are open Thursday to Sunday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We propagate our own plants to keep costs down, meaning our customers save money on a large variety of plants, succulents, natives, gums, perennials and fruit trees. Whether you're the die-hard green thumb or the weekend warrior, we're always happy to help with the service and advice that you need. We take bulk orders for landscape gardeners and invite you to give us a call before you place your next order. Call us today on 0434 095 054. That's 0434 095 054.
Just maintaining my health.
But more of everything else.
It's changed our lives.
All from just $194,000 with no stamp duty or rates to pay. Lifestyle Shepparton. Call today on 5821 5155 and downsize to a bigger life.
1FM sponsor.
You're tuned to 98.5 1FM, live and local. Your favourite community radio station.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Deakin Reserve here at, it's a drought-breaking premiership. We're going to head straight down to the ground. Sam Wood is with the victorious captain, Jed Wright, who was out there when the game was called off. Congratulations, Jed. Over to you, Sam.
Thanks, MVD. Yeah, down here with the skipper, Jed Wright. Congratulations, mate. 65-year drought broken. How does that feel?
Nah, it feels $1 million, you know. We've come from a long way back and a lot of people have put in a lot of hard work, so... You know, it's probably relief, if anything, you know, to give a bit back to so many who put in a lot to the club.
The comment's been made how such a tight-knit group you guys are. You've been through a lot together. The times where you've been down that bottom of the ladder and worked hard and you've stuck together and worked your way up and now you've got premiership glory. You really are a tight group and it must be amazing to celebrate with a lot of guys that really are your best mates.
Yeah, that's it. And, you know, it's more than just the team too. You know, I've said it a few times now. It's a community set up. If you have a look at the people around, a lot of these people have been around the club for years and years, and it's just good to finally give something back.
When you rocked up this morning, did you think that it would come this late, take this long to get there?
No, we did it the hard way, that's for sure. You know, it's disappointing with how we batted early, but you know, they never just hand out flags. They're nearly impossible to win, and we're just happy to get over the line.
Can you narrow it down to one point where you won this game?
No, not really. It was that up and down. You know, if you look at it one way, you know, Scully bowled brilliantly, and you know, to be fair, it was probably one, you know, with the opening partnership with the bat between Scully and Ben, and you know, Ben being so attacking, it just yeah, put him on the back foot.
Well, congratulations, mate. Haisman Shield, Premiership captain and player. All the best, and all the best of the celebrations tonight.
Thanks a lot, mate. Appreciate it.
Thanks very much, Sam Wood, and Jed right there must be pretty ecstatic. What do you reckon, Coombs? This was you guys last year. You excited? You broke a premiership drought.
Yeah, unbelievable feeling when you win, and you just can't put it into words. Basically, how it feels. And I know Jed, that conversation sums him up. He's a laid-back character, but the club means so much to him. So really happy for him and happy for their side, and they deserved it. They put in the hard yards, and obviously this season that they played brilliantly and did the business in the final this year. So congratulations to them. And yeah, you can see now with all the guys around celebrating like last year with our guys. We just had everyone from the club for years, guys who hadn't played for 20, 30 years but were involved in the club, Skyping us out of nowhere just because they're just, it's for them just as much as the playing group that are playing now. So it means so much to your club.
Well, that's it. And you had people back home watching over in England. Your dad, I think, tuned in as well on the live stream. So
yeah, definitely. I'm sure. I saw earlier that Richardson's brother, he was looking and watching online. So probably mean a bit to him as well. Obviously getting close last year, so he'll be pretty chuffed, and maybe even he might be out here next year to see if they can defend their title.
We're going to head back down to the ground. I think Sam Woods with the coach, Ben Cleary.
Yeah, with the coach, Ben Cleary. When I talked to you this time yesterday, did you think it would be this hard, go this late, be this tough?
No, not at all, actually. We sort of shot ourselves in the foot a little bit this morning. We would have liked to bat a little bit longer, obviously. So anyway, we took the long road home, but win's a win, so we're all happy.
65 years broken. How does that feel?
Yeah, super. Well, I'm only been around the club for probably 10 years now, but there's definitely a few older people kicking around, and yeah, it definitely means a lot to them. So it's really good that we can got over the line today.
I made the comment with Jed, but you're such a tight-knit group. I think a lot of you guys have gone through school together, school cricket, growing up together, these sorts of things. How much better does that make it to have done this with all your mates?
Yeah, it's super, and yeah, no, we're loving every minute of it. Continue to do so, but yeah, as you said, we went to school with a lot of the boys, and we are pretty tight. So, and quite a few of us went through the herd of last year. So yeah, it's super feeling today.
How good's this? Look at the following you have. You've got an amazing following. The community follows you. They were here last year in the herd of that grand final, and now they're out here again. You've got an amazing support staff.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, as you said, the whole community is right behind us, and our Thursday night dinners have been really, really big as well. So to have that support behind us is fabulous.
I'll let you go, mate. Congratulations, Haisman Shield Premiership player.
Thanks, Woodsy. Cheers, mate.
Ben Cleary there with Sam Wood talking after a very ecstatic win there for the boys. Congratulations, their first flag in 65 years. It's been absolutely outstanding the last couple of days, and really excited to see both teams going so well.
A great game of cricket, really. Obviously went all the way down to the wire today. Even Numurkah showing that much fight, really, just to make Katandra really earn it. So obviously Katandra disappointed that they lost the wickets this morning, but just dominated the play yesterday, really. Numurkah will be kicking themselves to get such a low score. Probably a few of their guys kicking themselves with the way they got out, but Katandra were brilliant with the ball and got so many options with bat and ball, and I think their depth probably really pushed it home for them through the season, and lots of times where they were in difficult situations, even probably Northerners, I think, when they played against them, they were 9 for 110 or something, but managed to put 50 on off for the last partnership. So small things like that, when they've been under the pump, they've really stepped up as a side and definitely earned this premiership. So congratulations to them again.
Fantastic. It's great to see in that regard as well. Looks like D-grade's just been called. Talamba 3 for 61, and so it looks like they're going to be crowned premiers as well at this point in time. So we're I'm going to try and get them here as soon as possible so we can get the presentations live on air. I believe we have other commitments on 1FM at 6 o'clock, but we will be doing our best to try and get the presentations to you on radio as soon as possible.
Everyone will want to listen to your voice again, MVD,
Oh, no, they won't.
your beautiful presentation that you're going to give us.
Apparently, I've been given the option, given the chance to do the presentations today because obviously the umpire and president of Cricket Shepparton, Dave D'Elia, is a little bit tired.
Nice little curveball there for you.
Yeah, right at the end of the day. Thanks very much, Dave. Appreciate that. But that's all right. So we're going to try and get the presentations here as soon as possible and get them underway. I'm just trying to see if Sam Wood has got anyone else to talk to. Not at this point in time. So what we might do is we might take a quick break, come back here with thanks to our broadcast sponsors, Gagliardi Scott Real Estate, the Butter Factory Cafe in Shepparton, Focus Cards and Gifts, Buyers Electrical, and the Scoreboard Terrace. We'll be back in just a few moments here to Deakin Reserve.
Want to know what's going to be broadcast on 1FM each day? Like 1FM Shepparton Radio on Facebook and you'll know what's happening. It's also an easy way to interact with us and let us know what you think. That's 1ONE FM Shepparton Radio on Facebook. Of course, if you're not on Facebook, we're always happy to hear from you at the station on 5831 3131.
When it comes to buying your home, it's good to have options. That's why GMCU offers prompt approvals on a range of home loans with competitive rates. You can feel right at home because you found the right home loan. The GMCU, customer-owned banking.
Conditions, fee and eligibility criteria may apply.
1FM sponsor.
Recovering from an illness or operation? Make a smooth and comfortable transition from hospital to home with Just Better Care. We are locally owned and committed to supporting your lifestyle goals and personal choices throughout all of rural Victoria. Our dedicated and experienced staff will take care of your daily needs so you can concentrate on your recovery. Available 24/7. Contact us on 03 5873 2034 to find out how Just Better Care can work for you.
For caravan service only, two names come to mind, Noel Katandra and GP Caravan Services. For 30 years, Noel has been building his reputation for outstanding service and quality workmanship. See Noel today for repairs and maintenance and spare parts for all makes and models at our sponsor, GP Caravan Services in Drummond Road, Shepparton, specialising in all insurance work and their Jayco warranty agents. Put your family safety first. See the caravan man today, Noel Katandra at GV Caravan Services, Drummond Road, Shepparton.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Deakin Reserve. It's a sombre mood on the left-hand side of your screen with Numurkah boys just milling around, just sitting there going, we're really not sure what went wrong there in a lot of ways. But I think we've actually got Sam Wood, who's managed to find the president of the Katandra Cricket Club, Andrew Nichols, who was good enough to join us in commentary. And he's now...
Congrats, Pudge.
A second... Well, he's probably one of the second only president, Katandra Cricket Club Premiership president. Woodsy, is that the fair way we can talk about it?
They want to know. They think you're the second only in the history of Katandra to be a president of a Haisman Shield winning side. How does that feel?
Oh, yeah, no, it's nice. It's not about me, though. It's about the community. And like, as the boys up in the grandstand can say, you look at the people that are here and the outpouring of emotion and just how good it is for these people that are hanging around, you know. But while the 11 players on the field did the great job today, I look around and see blokes that have been involved in our club for many years. And it's not just a premiership for the players, it's for everyone. And yeah, as I said, you look around and see blokes like Rito, unlucky not to get a game through injury. Paul Harry, a bloke here that's been in the community for a long time. Steve Hickey curated the wicket for as many years as I can remember. Cameron Dudgeon, Doc Whelan, I see him floating around. Like, there's just blokes everywhere that have just put in so much work to get us to this position. And as I said, it's not about the players on the field. Obviously, fantastic for them, but the community in general, like, you can just see how pleased everyone is. So,
well, that's the thing. You have an amazing following. I think last year it was here, losing grand final, and the grandstand was nearly packed with all your supporters. You're back again, and the same guys, the same communities come out again. Your numbers are incredible.
Yeah, no, they come out every year and support us, and we're really pleased that we can draw on those guys, obviously. As I said, there's just so many people that you could just tick off a name that have just been around our club for years and years and been through the tough times. Like, we were battered from pillar to post 15, 20 years ago when blokes like Rito and Ray and Jed and that were only sort of 13, 14, 15 and thrust into A grade when they probably weren't ready. And you can see what's happened now. Blokes, as I said, like Steve Hickey that was coaching them back in the day and really pushed them to stay in A grade and to continue down the path that we were going on. And yeah, this is a reward, and it's for those guys as well.
So party long and hard tonight. You got the amazing facilities out there at Katandra. They'll be chock-a-block packed.
There'll be a few out there tonight, I'd say. We'll have a bit of a barbecue and a few beers and really get behind each other, I guess. And as I said, it's very hard to win a premiership. It's hard to make them, and as we found out last year, it's even harder to win them. So we're really, really pleased to be in this position, and yeah, we'll certainly celebrate hard tonight. And I also would like to just congratulate Numurkah on their year. I used to play at Numurkah and got a lot of blokes over there I've got a lot of respect for. Blokes like Flipper Gledhill and Jado Lau, Timmy Brabon, Timmy Arnell, Dill Grandall that I played a bit of cricket with. They've had a super year, and they should be really proud of their efforts as well. It's just a shame, I guess you've got to have a winner and a loser, but onwards and upwards for Numurkah, I reckon, and we'll certainly celebrate nice and hard tonight. So
65 years, congratulations on breaking that. We'll let you get in there, and thanks for your time throughout the coverage too.
Beautiful, mate. Thanks very much.
Woodsy, just before he goes, just grab him quickly. Pudge, he's not crying, is he, with those shades on?
They want to know that you're not crying under those shades.
No, mate, no tears in there, so very, very happy.
Can we go and ask for Rido now? Or?
It's not the community, it's not about me or
fair enough.
An individual. You know, there's just so proud of these blokes, you know, like we're all just a bunch of really good mates that are just all striving for a common goal, and that was to win a premiership. And like, I'm super proud of blokes like Jed, and as I said, Jed and Ray and those blokes that have been in the community for so long, and this is for them, you know. Like, this is what we're about. We're a community club, and yeah, we're super wrapped for those guys that have done that work over that period of time. So it's been awesome.
Thanks for your time, Pudge.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, top bloke, Pudge.
Top bloke, yeah, really good. So
means a lot to him and means so much to so many of their players there, and yeah, great for their club, obviously, to win it after last year. It's pretty hard when you lose a final, you get that close, and then to react how they've done this year, and obviously means so much to those guys.
No, that's exactly right. Keep on pushing on. Numurkah, on the flip side, they've done a fantastic job all year, haven't they? They've played some really good cricket and lost, well, now 2 games for the season.
Yeah,
it'll be a very hollow feeling over there at the Numurkah camp.
Been very consistent. They probably struggled for a few years where they kept finding Cara in the finals and getting beaten by Cara. So for them, getting to the finals probably a big step. But obviously, when you get to the final, you obviously you want to win it. But hopefully, they learn a few lessons maybe from this year, and a few guys gain a bit more experience, and they come back next year with like Katandra did and have a real big crack.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if Michael Eckhart actually does come back and plays a full season, what sort of shape they'd be in. Because I'll tell you what, he played, 8 matches this year. He made 300 runs and took 9 wickets. So that was prior to this game. So
and he probably, I always find you probably learn a bit when you come over here and play as well. He's probably going to, next time, probably go back. Like, he scored 140 against us. So if you probably got 160 in the other 7 games, and he probably be even harsh on himself there and probably say he could have got a few more. So obviously he would have probably he was looking pretty settled yesterday, and he'd probably be a bit disappointed the way he got out with the ball halfway down the wicket and trying to put it away and top edging it. So a couple of dismissals that Numurkah guys will regret, but that's finals really. The pressure's on, and one mistake and in cricket you're out. So
fair enough.
Yeah, harsh game.
Well, I believe the D grade boys are leaving now, so hopefully all the other grades are around and we'll be able to start presentations shortly. They're just coming up from Archer Street, so
your old boys look like they're sinking a few cans.
Yeah, the old boys are over here.
Right.
Pine Lodge.
What are our tips for B grade?
I pick Cara.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah,
I have to give a shout out to Broderick Floyd. I better do that. He was it was all over yesterday, but then it came back and there was I reckon that was a fairly nervy one. I reckon.
Yeah, it looked like it. Lots of wickets falling and entertaining cricket. Seems to be the way with T20 dominating cricket that we watch now, that batsmen batting time, it seems to fade away. But it was good to see today that guys really dug in with people getting 20 off 100 balls and things like that, playing the situation, which is in recent cricket might be starting to go out the game where people build an innings.
So the premiers for Cricket Shepparton for 2017-18, Katandra have won the Haisman Shield. Euroa have won the B grade Clyde Young. Yes, Clyde Young Shield. Yep. C grade, the Jim McGregor Shield has gone to Pine Lodge. D grade has gone to Toolamba, the SJ Perry Shield, and E grade yesterday was won by Kyabram. So all 5 different sides. Congratulations to them in that regard. We might take another quick break unless Sam Wood has an interview for us which, no, not at this point in time.
Has he got a can of beer in his hand?
I don't know what he's got a can of in his hand, but I'll tell you what, he better be doing some work, otherwise I'll be kicking his backside all the way home. No, great work, Woodsy, for all your work. Thanks, Coombsy, for, I know you're going to stick with us for a little bit longer, but thank you very much for all your hard work that you've done, and it's been really good. A huge thank you to all the guests that we've had on. Yourself, Coombsy, Tim Kelly, Brendan Kenner came on as well this morning, Andrew Cowan, Andrew Nichols, Michael Archer, Gino Saraceno, and fantastic. Thank you very much to all those supporters, all those people that have come in through the box today. We might take a quick break, come back, and we'll reevaluate where things are at in not too long.
Want to know what's going to be broadcast on 1FM each day? Like 1FM Shepparton Radio on Facebook and you'll know what's happening. It's also an easy way to interact with us and let us know what you think. That's 1ONE FM Shepparton Radio on Facebook. Of course, if you're not on Facebook, we're always happy to hear from you at the station on 5831 3131.
Freehold titles. Now that's something you don't normally get in an over 50s village. That's right, you own the land. You too can make the move to a secure gated village with only 39 homes at Freedom Place, Kayala. Enjoy a brand new residence hall with gym, craft room, billiard tables, dance floor, entertaining area, heated pool and 2 bowling greens. There is even room to park a caravan beside your house. House and land packages start from around $340,000. What are you waiting for? Inspect today. Freedom Place, Kayala, 58316405.
1FM sponsor.
Honey, I thought you rang the TV guy and got the reception fixed.
I've tried 3 times, but they never return my calls.
Did you try Jason's TV? A mate at work had them around last week and they came and sorted their problems straight away.
Okay, I'll give them a call now.
Yes! Thanks for calling Jason's TV. They did a great job.
Call Jason's TV now. 0403 688 666.
1FM sponsor.
Do you run a business here in the Goulburn-Murray region? Are you looking to realistically grow your customer base? If you answered yes to these 2 questions, then there's something that you need to know. Right here on the station that you're listening to, 1FM, we offer the region's most price-competitive and effective radio advertising packages available. Get the message? That's okay. Thousands of others did too. Inquire today on 5831 3131.
Forget fighting cancer. Let's outsmart it. Figure out cancer's next move before it has a chance to play it. We're finishing off cancer with science and smarts. Giving the brightest brains on earth the tools they need to outsmart it. Cancer may think that it's clever, but together, we're smarter. Help the Australian Cancer Research Foundation outsmart cancer for good. Donate now at acrf.com.au.
Hi, I'm Lisa Vanna, co-captain of the Matildas. While I was never bullied at school, I had classmates who were. And I still remember the effect it had on them and how important it was to stand up to it. Friday, March 16 is the National Day of Action Against Bullying and Violence. Because at school, every child has the right to feel safe. Whether you're a teacher, parent or student, get your school involved. Visit the Bullying No Way website and let's take a stand together.
More than 20% of pedestrians killed on our roads have a blood alcohol content exceeding 0.15. Never let a mate walk home drunk.
You can help Crime Stoppers make Victoria a safer place to live. Our confidential reporting service lets you report information about crime without having to speak to police. You don't even have to give your name. Just tell Crime Stoppers what you know. Your report might give police a clue they need to crack a case. So, if you see something, if you know something, please say something. Call Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000 or visit crimestoppersvic.com.au.
Broadcasting from the top of Mount Major on 98.5 megahertz. Oh.
10%, and it's all about those small percentages that make the difference really at A grade at the moment between being top of the ladder and bottom. As we found out, we were on the Premiership and we wooden spooners this year, so there's small margins in the league, and that shows how competitive it is.
They'll be back though. They'll bounce back.
Oh yeah, they've got so much quality in that side, and they've got young guys coming through. So you know that every year, I don't think they've had a season where they finish really low in the table. They're always competitive. They just probably struggled for the consistency, and then really scoring runs in finals has been their big issue. Like Numurkah is usually a pretty good track, and they've probably struggled away from home a lot. But they've seemed to have been a bit more versatile this season, which is probably a big improvement for them. But yeah, hopefully they come back stronger, and I'm sure they will. And next year, already looking forward to it, is going to be a competitive year, I think. As always, Haisman Shield is just getting tighter and tighter. I don't think there's going to be a side. It'd be interesting to see if Katandra can defend it, but I'm not sure a side's going to have the kind of run that Central Park did for all those years. I think it's so even now that it could be moving around the place, which isn't a bad thing to be.
Now, on one point, I was talking down there to Sean Dawson, the coach of Numurkah.
Know him well, yep.
He just mentioned before we saw Moppy Klein take off the field after dropping that catch just before tee.
Yep.
Dislocated finger, and they suspect break, so he's off getting x-rays on that at the moment.
Yeah, he hit it pretty well, didn't he, Cleary? And yeah, obviously he's probably disappointed he dropped it, and probably even disappointed by the end result of with his finger. But he's been a bit of a stalwart of Numurkah Cricket Club, and I've always enjoyed playing with him. He's always a bit of a battle. He's always gives a bit of chirp, and is always plays cricket in the right way, and it's always competitive. So he'd be desperately disappointed that he can't. He definitely deserves probably a Premiership medal in there for the performances he's put in over the years. So hopefully he has a good recovery, and he's back next season.
Well, I think there'll be a lot of disappointment through the board. They've got a lot of extremely experienced guys that have been around for a long time. Jale Lau, his father Ash Lau, stalwart of those clubs.
That's probably their own disappointment as well. They've got such an experienced side, and their experience, they probably didn't use it to their advantage over the Katandra boys over the day with some of the dismissals. And obviously some of the guys would have really liked to step up for Numurkah in the final, and they just probably didn't with the bat. And that first innings, they're really going to regret it, because when I was over there after this first session yesterday, they were so confident in their ability, and they were thinking if we get over 150, they're confident with their bowling attack to defend it. But obviously to get bowled out for 120, you're going to have to bowl well on a Deacon wicket that doesn't give you that much. Sometimes you've got to work pretty hard for those wickets, so they were always struggling after that batting performance.
I wasn't totally listening when I was out there. Did MVD get a tip from you from BOG now that we've seen it?
We didn't actually discuss it, but I'll probably stick with Skolarov. I think obviously his 5 wickets were pretty key in that first innings. He's bowled pretty well all season, and I think he was a big recruit from them coming in last year. Obviously opening the batting, he's pretty solid technically, and he's hard to get out. And then obviously with the ball, his performance was pretty special yesterday. Obviously a little bit of luck in there, but you always need a little bit of luck, and in the end deserved figures, and I would say he's probably your top tip really with them winning. Obviously Cleary, probably his batting performance was pretty good as well, so you probably add him into the mix. And but yeah, I reckon they might go with Skolarov. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think the same. I was just talking to a few people down the ground there, and I think maybe if Arno had taken a couple more wickets, I think that the medal might have been going his way. But not too often at all do you see a losing side take home the BOG medal.
Yeah,
so
he would obviously, if they would have won, he'd definitely been up there with Downey, who had good games. But yeah, you think obviously affecting the end result, definitely. I think Skolarov deserved it. He's a really nice guy as well around the track, and definitely deserves the medal.
Keeping in mind, best on ground medal voted by the umpires, so the umpires from each grade.
So it doesn't matter what we think.
It doesn't matter what we think.
They've got the best seat in the house, so they've got no excuse not to make the right judgment. And I think sometimes with cricket we're very stat orientated, and it doesn't necessarily show all the performances that actually happen on the park. So.
And I think it's a best and fairest medal. for that day, is the way I understand it for this game. I think you got to look at things that may happen on the field that we might not be aware of.
Exactly, yeah. So I think, the umpires, I think we go with what they say. They usually make the right decision. So we always usually disagree with their on-field decisions. So, usually with the medals and things like that we always usually agree that they make the right decision. So,
Now, I've got MBD's phone here and a text has come through. Shep Golf 83, Park 82, 97 ends, 3 to go.
Jesus, absolute.
That means nothing to me, but
absolute cracker by the sounds of it. So 3 more ends left, and still only 1 in it. So and in the other game, the other match, Baruga 126, Cobram 60, and that's the final.
70.
70. Yep, sorry. I've begrudged them 10 there, but that's the final score. So it looks like a cracker in the other game of bowls. So it looks like it's going to go down to maybe the last bowl to decide that one.
Well, I'm trying to just look at MVD and see how far away we are from a presentation starting.
Looks like Marupna turning up here.
Marupna just turning up. Who are we waiting for, Michael?
He's a little bit rattled at the moment, so it's the second time I've seen him rattled after the aircon incident. So
We're just waiting for the umpires, gents.
Okay.
On D grade, because they need to give us who is their best player on the ground.
Okay.
That was Mr. Baldy, wasn't it?
And
Mr. Evans.
Mm-hmm.
So we're waiting to find out as to who the best player is in regards to that.
Well, we've got 15 minutes left till we hit our 6 o'clock
till
budget.
6 o'clock.
What do we think? We might head to another quick sponsors break.
Sounds like a good idea, mate.
For a short break, and then hopefully we've got the umpires here and some presentations can kick off. We'll be back at Deakin Reserve after this short break, and we'll start to wind things up.
Being poor makes school hard for Hayley.
I cry so much, I don't have any tears left.
She's only 8. She struggles to keep up with her classmates and is too afraid to put her hand up in class. You can be the one who changes Hayley's life. Please, donate now to the Smith family and help fund life-changing learning support programs that help disadvantaged children catch up, keep up and thrive at school. Search for the Smith family.
My son's name, using a knife and fork. Lucy in the sky. 3 sixes. 3 times 6. My left arm.
When it comes to stroke, time equals brain. For every minute after having a stroke, up to 1.9 million brain cells die. Learn the fast signs of stroke and save brain at strokefoundation.org.au.
Lifestyle Shepparton. Talk about peace of mind.
It's been such a relief.
It's like a private resort.
It's keeping me fit.
5-star facilities, pool, gym, bowls, even croquet.
It's beautiful.
Move into a brand new home.
Woohoo!
So secure you can take that holiday. All from just $194,000 with no stamp duty or rates to pay. Lifestyle Shepparton. Call today on 5821 5155 and downsize to a bigger life.
1FM sponsor.
Hi, I'm here to talk about the Reading Writing Hotline. It's a service that helps adults who can't read and write as well as they'd like to. The number is 1300 655 06. Give them a call if you know somebody who needs help with reading and writing. It's never too late to learn, and it's easier than you'd think. 1300 655 06. The Reading Writing Hotline. 1300 655 06.
Hi Jack, how's the fencing going?
Great, couldn't be happier. And the price for all the gear was fantastic.
Where'd you get it all from?
Rural Fencing in Shepparton. They were so helpful, and even after shopping around, I couldn't beat their prices. They also supply the local store just up the road. Hey, where are you off to? Thought you were here to help.
Sorry mate, I'm off to Rural Fencing to get a bargain.
Here's the number. It's a free call on 1300 252 889. Give them a ring.
What's that number again? 1300 252 889. Ta.
1FM sponsor.
1FM, live and local.
Welcome back to Deakin Reserve. We're sitting here in the commentary box looking out onto Deakin Reserve as the sun starts to go down here. The centre wing position is flooded with all the lower grade teams now piling back in. The A grade guys haven't moved off Deakin Reserve yet. So it's a very good sight to see at the moment. A lot of families out there, supporters, people that week in, week out travel around, and
lots of kids using the wicket of Deacon, coming in, running in, having a bowl. So good to see.
And good to see all the family out there. They're the number one supporters throughout the season.
Yeah,
too.
definitely. Lots of family clubs around here, and the club's massive part of every community around our area. And big shout out to everyone who involved in running clubs and stuff like that, and all the volunteers, and obviously Cricket Shep, brilliant competition. Having come over here from England to see how well it's run, and the competitiveness and the junior setup we've got here, and all the volunteers is just incredible to see. So yeah, brilliant to showcase it today with all the grand finals, and well done to all the winning teams.
Coombsy, we couldn't have made this happen without our sponsors that have put in to make this coverage go to air over the last 2 days. They've been amazing. Our sponsors, Focus Cards and Gifts, it's all about your special times with family and friends. We can help with cards and gifts for almost any occasion, especially milestone events. We have all the trimmings to make your gift special. We also stock Golden Valley souvenirs, lamps, beanie kits and other products. We are your small friendly team. We would love to help you with all your card and gift requirements. Call in and see us soon at 181 Maud Street Mall, Shep. We are open 7 days a week except public holidays. We also have Tats Lotto and instant scratch tickets available, so pop in, see them. As we see MVD starting to get set down there, I think. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to go.
Over to the main man by the looks of it.
I think we'll pass down to our main man,
cheers,
Michael
Woodsy.
Van Dorser.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Thank you very much for bearing with us for the presentations of the Premiership details for season 2017 and 2018. I'd like to call up the President of Cricket Shepparton to make a few mentions. First off, Dave D'Elia.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're still waiting on the D grade umpires to arrive, so we're going to start with C grade, and Michael will get that all organised shortly. Can I just say, first of all, from an association point of view, thank you very much to the Caramomas Cricket Club, to Tatura Cricket Club, Marupna Cricket Club and Central Parks and Brendans for the preparation of the cricket pitches and the facilities that were there for the last 2 days. It's a lot of hard work over 2 days and a third, Saturday, Sunday weekend in a row, but well done by everybody. Congratulations to all the winners. Magnificent achievement by everybody. Commiserations to the runners-up. It is a good season. It's probably a bitter pill to take right at the moment, but you've done pretty well to get to a grand final, so congratulations. Thanks very much to the City of Greater Shepparton. The outfields and the grounds are absolutely magnificent, so well done. To all the supporters, to all the club workers, the presidents and committees and everything else around clubs. It's been a pretty good year. It's been a long year, but yeah, we're finally through it, and we will work on next cricket season in the coming months. But I'll pass back to Michael, and he will get C grade presentation underway.
Thanks very much, Dave D'Elia. Firstly, yesterday there was the E grade grand final, Katandra versus Kyabram. Just a recognition quickly to the umpires David Chaston and Alan Muntz for their contribution. Kyabram won the toss and elected to bat first, 8 for 217 off their 40 overs. Katandra 9 for 156 off their 40 overs. So congratulations to Kyabram on winning the E grade Whitelock Shield, and the John Bully Ellis medal went to Wes Shelley of Kyabram. So congratulations. C grade was Murchison versus Pine Lodge out at Frank Howley Oval in Tatura. Congratulations firstly to the umpires of that game, Owen Robertson and Graham Mansfield. If they'd like to come forward and collect their medals, please, their grand final medals. And if the Pine Lodge Cricket Club would like to make their way to the stage or to the stairs, we'll go that way. And Paul McGrath, if you're in attendance, can you please make your way up to the presenting area as well, please? So Murchison won the toss and elected to bat first. They made they were all out for 85 in 46.2 overs. Travis Waters, 12 overs, 6 maidens, 2 for 13. And Jared Cutler, 7 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 14. Pine Lodge then went into bat and they finished up 7 for 282 with Hayden Cann with 88, Jared Cutler with 113 not out. And if Paul McGrath's here, he can award the man of the match or the Paul McGrath medal to Jared Cutler for 113 not out and 2 for 14 off 7 overs. I'd now like to call Travis Waters to the microphone to say a few words and present his team.
First of all, commiserations to Murchison. It's always a tough battle. Lucky for us, we were able to play well the last 2 days. Congratulations to our guys. We've had a pretty good season, so it was good reward for our guys. It's been a tough slog for a few years. We haven't won one for a while, so to our supporters, wives, girlfriends, kids over here, thanks guys for turning up and supporting us and helping us out. And also to Cricket Shep and the executive committee. Obviously, it's a tough job and they do a great job at it, so thanks guys for that. First of all, Steve Van Tarling. Devinder Singh. Dane Webber. Matthew Walker. Seamus Carney. Ryan Carney. Travis Knight. Jared Cutler. Zach Clark-Lyons. Will Beatty. Sam Hayes. And Hayden Cann.
And ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the Jim McGregor Shield for season 2017-18, Pine Lodge Cricket Club. Come over this way a little bit, guys. Just, I want to get a photo up here first. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the Pine Lodge Cricket Club. All right, I think Shep News want to take another photo, guys, just down there. So if you go down that way, and they'll take you out that way to get a photo. All right, next game. Next game we'll look at is the Clyde Young Shield for B grade. Congratulations to the two clubs, Caramomas Cricket Club and Euroa Cricket Club. That was played at the Marupna Main Oval. The two umpires of that game were Abbas Ali and Brett Sharp. Congratulations, guys. If you'd like to come forward and accept your medals for umpiring that grand final. And the two umpires have awarded the David Shaw Medal for best on ground to Euroa's Brad Gleeson for 7 wickets and 42 runs. Congratulations to Brad and on winning the best on ground medal. And if the Euroa Cricket Club can come forward, as Euroa won the toss and sent Caramomas in. Caramomas made 79 all out in 31 overs. Brock Robinson with 19, Brad Gleeson 8 overs, 4 maidens, 5 for 15. Then Euroa came in, made 171. Marcus Hill 47, Brad Gleeson again 45, Sam Green bowled the best for Carra with 4 for 53. Carra Moments then made 139, and Euroa chased down the target of 47 required with 5 wickets down, so a 5-wicket win. Congratulations to Euroa Cricket Club. Congratulations, Brad. Brad, if I can get you to come forward, say a few words and invite your team up.
Firstly, I'd just like to thank the umpires of the game, Brett and Abbas. They did a fantastic job. Commiserations to Karamomis. They were very gallant in defeat, and it was a very hard-fought game. To our boys, congratulations. We've fought it out all year, and this is what we come to play for, and we got the job done. So couldn't be any prouder of you. To the Cricket Club, Euro Cricket Club, thank you for your support all during the year, and the Cricket Shepparton also, thank you. You do a fantastic job. So, boys, well done, fantastic, and let's enjoy tonight. Well done, boys. Thank you. Both of them. Will Murray. Linton Colclough. Daniel Edwards. Lloydie. Brodie Sherwood. Ashley Ellis. Matthew Walker. Matty, I've called your name. Lucas Paul. Have you got 12? Have you got? Yeah. Andrew Crosby. Marcus Hill. And Dion Grant. Yeah, I've called Donna. Thanks, mate. Thanks.
Better well get one of those too, Brad. And ladies and gentlemen, the Clyde Young Shield B grade shield is awarded to the Royal Cricket Club for season 2017-18. Congratulations.
Small boys.
Congratulations, boys. Just if you can go and see the Shep News, I'll be over there for you. We move on, we'll go to D grade, as we finally got the information that we were looking for. And congratulations to the two umpires. Well, it was Toolamba versus Mooroopna. Congratulations to both sides. And the umpires, Russell Baldy and Jim Evans. Congratulations to those two umpires for umpiring the D grade grand final. Mooroopna all out for 86 with James Woods 21, Liam Caligari with 11.5 overs, 3 maidens, 6 for 31. Toolamba then proceeded to make 105 all out, and then there's another second innings game. Mooroopna 8 for 96 declared before Toolamba 3 for 61 when the game was called off. Greg Watts there, 32 runs in the second innings. The player of the match receives the Robert Barker medal, and is awarded for figures of 15 overs in the first innings, 9 for 45, and then 13 overs in the second innings, 3 for 20. In a losing cause, Daniel Lemmy, congratulations, you win the Robert Barker medal. Congratulations, Daniel Emmy. And now if I'd like to call up the Toolamba Cricket Club, if they can come up after their first innings win, led by their captain, Greg Watts. you can come up and say a few words and then call up your teammates to accept their premiership medals for D grade for 2017-18. Congratulations.
I think you're right. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to Numurkah Cricket Club, Shepparton Association, the umpires on the day. Yeah, pretty much. I'm not really a big talker. I already thank Numurkah. So first up, Mitchell Turner. Hayden Caligari. Nicholas Williamson. Justin Diamond. Dubbo. I can't pronounce his last name. Xavier Dell. Liam Caligari. David Clark. Lachlan Thurston. Nathan Baldwin. And Christopher Bell.
Congratulations. So, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the Katandra Cricket Club for winning the D grade SJ Perry Shield. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. All right, finally, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get to the A grade. Numurkah versus Katandra. Congratulations to both clubs on an outstanding game of cricket and an outstanding season for both of you. It's been an absolute joy to watch you guys play, and it's been fantastic for the competition to see two different sides in the competition really fighting it out really well for the Haisman Shield this year. Congratulations also goes to the two umpires who umpired this game out here at Deagon Reserve, Gary Wood and David D'Elia.
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks, David.
Thanks, Mr. Van Dorsen.
Thanks, Mr. Wood.
Okay, ladies and gents, a difficult decision with the man of the match, and need to recognise Tim Arnell's efforts with 5 in the first innings, a couple in the second innings, and a few runs when required. But the person who set up the victory with the ball and then batted pretty well when he opened the batting for Katandra Cricket Club, Chris Scollier of Windsor, Greg Ruskin.
Want to say a few words, Chris?
Yeah, sure. What do I say? Great game. Well done to Numurkah. Obviously, well done to us. It's a long time between drinks and enjoy it.
Well done. Thanks very much. Chris Goliara, the Greg Lusker medalist for 2017-18. I'd like to call up, if I can, Liam Gledhill to say a few words on Numurkah's behalf for this game. And while he's coming up, if I can get the Katandra Cricket Club to just line up on the side over here in preparation for receiving their medals. Ladies and gentlemen, Liam Gledhill.
Obviously, congratulations, Katandra. Too good on over the 2 days. You know, you guys have been fantastic this year, and you deserve everything today. Well done, Jed, led from the front. To my boys, I can't complain about you guys. We lost one game through the season, and we lost today. We played one bad day in the finals, so obviously very proud. We're not far away. Stick together. Thanks to all our support staff, all our supporters for turning up today. We're really disappointed, but there's always next year. So thanks.
Thanks very much, Salam. All right, I'd now like to call up Premiership winning captain Jed Wright to the microphone to say a few words.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank Numurkah for, you know, a really hard game over 2 days. You know, it really looked like going either way there for a lot of the match. Yeah, so commiserations to Numurkah. To our blokes, fantastic effort. You know, we've been building, and so many people put in a lot of hard work. So it's just really good to get some rewards. So well done, Scully, for best on. Save your best for last, mate. So no, it was a really good effort. So I'm really proud of the team. Yep, call them up. First one, Mickey Peters. Ray Island. Lukey Nolan. Brady Black. Hadley Soret. Say it correctly for your horse. Chris Goliarev. Nate Hickey. Ben Cleary. Corey Hickford. Scott Richardson. Rob Truan.
And ladies and gentlemen, with that, they break a 64-year drought and they get to hoist the Haisman Shield for 2017-18. Katandra Eagles, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to all the Premiership winners for season 2017-18 and also to all the medal winners. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Look forward to seeing you in 2018-19. Have a fantastic evening and drive safe and party sensibly. Thank you.
Presentations done and dusted here at Deakin Reserve. All the flags, all the medals, all the best on ground. Presentations are all done and dusted. All the crowd starting to move away from Deakin Reserve now. Numurkah, they head into the United Rooms after disappointing performance. All premiers decided now. We've got Katandra, the A-grade premier, Euroa, they've taken it out in B-grade, Pine Lodge, C-grade, Talamba, D-grade, and yesterday Kyabram, they took it out in the E-grade competition. So well done, MVD, back in the box straight away after that.
I just thought we'd
well done on the MC.
Back to his home.
Thank you. Just thought we'd try and wrap things up and get people back to their normal listening pleasure on a Sunday afternoon. They don't want to be listening to us anymore, I'm sure of it. But I just wanted to say thank you very much to yourself, Woodsy. You've done a fantastic job this weekend. Coombsy, thanks for coming in at short notice and all that.
Guys, you do amazing job.
Reece Wardle, I'll tell you what, we need to increase his pay. He's done a fantastic job. The live stream looking absolutely fantastic. So, Reece, thank you very much. Really appreciate all the hard work that you have done over the last little bit. To all the guests that we've had come in, congratulations. Thank you very much for taking out your time. Woodsy, thank you so much for all your hard work this year, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure working with you. Thank you. And I know you want to go through the sponsors, so I'll let you do that.
Yeah, while you catch a breath. So our main sponsors, they made this happen today. Gagliardi Scott Real Estate, one of the best real estate companies in the business. Get around them. Butter Factory Cafe, get in there for your coffee and your morning breakfast. Focus Cards and Gifts, head in there. All your gifts, cards, all sorted there. Buyers Electrical, contact them if for all your electrical needs.
Good electricians.
Data, solar, you name it, it's all there. Sherborne Terrace, a great place to relax now. Put the feet up, go in there, have a meal. MVD, amazing, mate. You've done an amazing effort over the whole year. You work so hard for cricketing, sport in general too. You're an amazing person and such a hard worker, and everyone around here is so lucky to have you and your hard work. I appreciate the opportunities you've given me over the last 2 years, and this performance, just all this presentation of this Haisman Shield Grand Final just keeps getting bigger and bigger. 19,000 viewers yesterday, and we'll count up the stats again today. But no, we thank all our listeners and viewers online and through the radio. Adam Watkins downstairs, he's been amazing. He always is one of the best technical directors in the business, and he's made us sound better than ever. I don't actually talk like this. I've got a very ugly voice, and he's made me sound good. So
they can't make us look good, sadly.
Can't make us look good. Thanks to all the guests once again, MVD. Before we sign off, anything from you?
Just quickly, Golden Valley Bowls result, final score 87-82. Shep Golf's way. Congratulations to Shep Golf. You'll read all about that in the paper tomorrow. But also, do want to say thank you very much to Brandon Riley, who has done a power of work with us as well this year, and he's also done an amazing job, especially with the Super Saturday Sport, but also with the 2020 Grand Final and the one-day Grand Final. It came on board this year, really helped out. Also, Alana Baldy has helped out with the scoring and all that sort of stuff. And commiserations to those two who, obviously, they played against Murchison, or they played for Murchison against Pine Lodge, and obviously Pine Lodge had the win against them. But a really big thank you to everyone as well. Adam, can I just echo what you said in regards to Adam? He does a fantastic job, and really appreciate all the hard work that you do as well, Adam. So thank you very much to you as well.
Nothing else from you, MVD?
I don't think so. Coombsy, thank you.
No worries, guys. Thanks for listening, everyone.
So,
well, till next season, MVD. That's all she wrote for season 2017. 2018 we'll be back bigger, better, stronger than ever next year. Congratulations to Katandra Cricket Club. The Haisman Shield's being held aloft out in the centre of Deakin Reserve. They break a 65-year drought. Congratulations to all involved there. From now, Deakin Reserve, we close this season. We thank you for your listenership over the last 2 days, and farewell from the commentary team.
We're the one to keep you informed on what's happening in your community. We're the one to bring you the latest news, sports, weather. We're the one playing the greatest from yesterday and today. Hello, Mary Lou. We're the one. 1FM.
Yes, we certainly are the one.